love the hustle. Love the hustle.
You a hustling motherfucker. You a hustling motherfucker.
Love the hustle. Love the hustle. Love the hustle. Love the hustle.
What? The fuck you laughing at me? You, man. Funny, man. You a hustling motherfucker, man. For real, baby. Fucking killing me, man. Well, you know me, baby.
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. Be feeling like one of the ball playing niggas, you know, like Bird, Magic or something. Yeah, you know, a nigga got dough. A nigga can leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I love the hustle. I love the hustle. My bad, you guys. Oh, let's get that gas. My bad, you guys. But looks like my internet went down. Sorry about that. But you know, we started the show. We always start when we finish, giving it a little second, you know, to let everybody up. Woo! That shit is kicking my ass. Giving it a little second to get everybody back in here. Okay, we got John Bond the Zombie, Cake Man, you know what I'm saying? Suspect Fox. We got Spoolie in this thing. You guys already know. Right? What's the password? Oh. Yo ho ho ho. Yo ho ho ho. See, and that's very sharp analysis. That was just a test. That was just a test to see how you guys would react if they attacked, infiltrated, and replaced me with AI. And you passed. I could have definitely been AI right there. That's how it starts. I saw on Twitter that PlayStation Network is down too. Oh, damn. So you guys are saying my shit is intertwined with the PlayStation Network now. The PlayStation, since I drank Reforged Roast. Spoolie, you missed it, man. I did a review on the Reforged Roast, right? Had Miss Siggs give her opinion. You got me, Siggs. I thought Lono got you around the corner. Oh, I had to slip and rip, right? I had to get my head off the center line, right? I was like, Lono, right? I mean, goddamn, right? That's how it goes. You know what I mean? That's how it is. Yeah, yo ho ho ho, yo ho ho ho, yo ho ho ho, yo ho ho. Right? It's insane. Was it all right? Of course I miss it. I thought it was pretty good. My girl enjoyed it. The AI version of Lono, Josh the editor posted it. Funny as hell. Oh yeah. Let me see if I can pull that up. We're gonna definitely get into that. That's why I definitely want to wait a little bit. Sorry about that, guy. Sorry about that, you guys. I don't know what happened with you know, I don't know what what happened with my Wi-Fi. You guys know how that shit go. Sorry about that. You know what I mean? And we were getting to to the climax pause of the show. There's some good demos in the Steam Neo Fest. Oh, has it started yet? Yeah.
But
Yeah, my boy hit that gas. Yo, that gas is whooping my ass. You're saying Lono took your stream down. Damn. It's funny. That's what my boy Delta was letting me know. He was like, man, you know, them Lono guys, they got their eyes on you, dog. They got their eyes on you. I'm like, ah, shit, the people watching, people watching. Sigs got attacked by the ponies. Yeah, I know. It's good to see you guys coming back in here, man, because like I said, we were getting close. No apologies, Sigs. Hey, whatever happens, happens, right? Even if it all Woo, your boy Sigs is geeked. Holy shit. Even if it all comes back to bite me in the ass, it was worth it. It was all worth it. I'd do it again. Right? That was crazy. I was thinking this is too early. Yeah, usually I like to go at least to 3 a.m., 4 a.m., you know what I mean? It definitely was. Like I said, I just want to give a little bit of time. If anything, right? Because I'm not gonna lie. Get some water. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Woo! I don't know why I didn't think of that. Okay. If anything, while we wait, like I said, I want to give at least some people a little bit more time to get in here, right? We can watch a little bit of that boy DSP, right?
well, let me.
In the meantime, in between time, you dig, right? Like I said, I'm sorry for the people. That was a long piss. Hey, like I said, my internet went down. It's happened before, so it sucks that it happens, you know. So pretty soon I'm gonna be moving. It's crazy because I pay for the most expensive internet that they offer, and you know this is just the bullshit that happens. It would be the PS5 fanboy ninjas, Marlon Lono MBG. Who it could be them PS5 ninjas, right? You know what I mean? I thought I was safe on my VPN. It's not enough. I told you guys it's a cult. But like I said, even if we've been compromised, just know it was always it was worth it. And I would do it again, god damn it. So we got our boy Snort Hogan. DSP won't monetize Jasper. That's his cat, because they're friends. He's upset over low support before gameplay. Of course. Of course. Oh shit, we still up. Stream crash. Jesus. Yeah, it crashed, but we're still up, right? Like I said, I'm gonna react to this a little bit.
Tell you something, brother. Snort, snort, snort. Tell you, drip, snort, snort. I got the drip.
Oh yeah, you always got to be on the VPN. I think the website is DNS. Yeah. When I went to ipleak.net and I seen all the shit that was available, I was like, man, I'm always gonna use a VPN for real, for real.
Last night, we had a great American Truck Sim stream. Great chill vibes, great discussion, great support. And because of that, we are only 2 goals away from DSP Tries It, the new RB steak nuggets, and a few other things.
And you see, this is the Grifter 101. They always like to paywall stuff. And then they say, we're almost 2 goals away from doing XYZ, right? Like someone we know.
Like someone brought up, they have the chicken cordon bleu and other things. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll grab like a sandwich, the nuggets, and like a couple other things. Just that way, if the nuggets are awful, which they very well could be with fast food, it is so hit or miss, right? At least I'll have other things to try and eat because this is indeed my meal. This is not just me, ordering stuff for a review. I'm actually eating this as my dinner. So
as a reward for people paying money to hit the king's tax, right? I don't know how many goals he has to hit, but it's damn near like $1,500 that they have to give this man for him to eat fast food and call it DSP Tries It.
Obviously, I want to have enough stuff that I'm going to eat it and enjoy. So it could be great. I would love to do DSP Tries It today. But in order to do it on this stream, we have to hit 2 goals. Now, Silk Song traditionally does great. Pretty much every single time that I stream Silk Song, we hit a goal. Okay, so I'm not really worried about hitting 1 goal. I think that we will. But 2 goals, that's a big ask. So we're actually going to do DSP tries on this stream today. We're going to need some support. We're going to need some rallying. All right. So we got to get some subs,
Yeah.
some super chats, some kicks,
Woo.
some memberships, and
Woo.
some tips.
Yeah.
And we need all those to start coming in
Right now.
right now.
Yep. Right now.
Okay, it's too early for that.
Yeah.
It's way too early to be doing that.
Yeah, way too early to be begging, man.
But maybe we can hit 2 goals today. We'll see. But I'm thinking about it. Like, I'm looking at these different.
A DSP stop begging, go, oh, that's his job. Yeah, Jesus, he be begging. Yes, he don't even hide it, right? This is the final boss of begging.
Controllers, and I'm debating, which one to get. I do want to get another one because I'm playing with the Xbox Elite 2.
Oh, he wants $150 every stream. And one thing I will say, the thing about DSP that's like extra scummy is he sets his goal for every stream. So if he doesn't make it to 150 and say he got to like $137, he's not going to start his night stream at $137. He's going to reset that shit to 0. And he's going to complain about how they haven't hit the goal yet.
And the Xbox Elite 2 is good for certain games. It's definitely not good for Silksong. Like I got
because it was hurting your thumb
now on my thumb from playing Silksong. See it? Big lump there on my thumb. Just because the face buttons are not good on the Elite 2. They're made more for like a more casualized modern games. They're not made for like a hardcore game where you're constantly pressing the button to jump and stuff.
Casualized modern games.
So I think I'm going to get another one, and that one will be like, I'll swap out. For certain games, the Elite 2 will be better, and certain games, this other controller would be better.
Hey, shout out to Web Dave. I need that money. I really, really need that money. 6. I need that money. Yeah. And trust me, this is going to lead up to the main event. And the clip that I'm going to show you guys are going to see the 1-to-1 comparison.
So I'm looking into it. Oh, you can use a PS5 controller, original Grant, but there's a lot of issues with that. Number one, the actual response time of the PS5 controller is actually slow compared to many other controllers. I looked into it. That's number one. Number two, the PS5 controller has a low battery life.
Oh.
It does. It only lasts around 3 hours, and then it starts to be dead. And like, well, I don't want to plug it in. I mean, the whole point is that I'm using wireless controller. So, I don't think I want to do that.
That's crazy. On my PC, like, I don't even put batteries in my controller. I just always plug it into the Type-C, John. Yeah, I've never watched this guy's content. Oh, buddy, I watch this guy every day. This guy's hilarious. If I had to do this, I'm calling the plug and coming out of the trap retirement. I'm pulling up and making. Oh, God, listen, I don't know why. Like when these guys get on their last leg, they go to YouTube, right? And they start begging. I think it says a lot about their character.
Using a basic white Xbox controller off Amazon, Captain. Good. Actually, the basic Xbox controller isn't bad at all for PC games.
Okay, my boy John Bondazavi says, I have a wired controller. To be honest, I think they're better. Oh, shit. Like I said, I always use it. I have like rechargeable battery packs, right, that you can pop in and recharge and everything. But I mean, ain't nobody got time for that, right?
It's like middle of the road. It's actually better response time than the PS5 controller. It is. It has less delay. So
less delay. Okay.
That's a fine one to use. I personally like the Xbox controller. My problem is they wear out. Why don't I get a wired one? Well, the thing is, the controllers, if you use them wired, they're even better. In general, most of the controllers.
Oh, John Bondazombie was saying that. Hey, my boy Kagi says, I'm here. Did you just end a stream and start a stream? My internet went down, right? So after this one, I'll probably edit it and name it part 2. I'm sorry about that shit. I don't know what happened with my internet, right? Like I said, I just want to give everybody a chance. And plus, I seen how he was begging earlier. So I think this is the perfect way to segue back into what we're going to look at as the final for today.
Wireless, if you plug them in with USB, the response time's even faster. So obviously to have one that has both is cool. And the wireless capability is a lot nicer than having a cord running across your whole floor and me having to get it around my desk and everything here. I could if I needed to, but it's just a hassle. Save us GTA with the timely question. He says, would you be against having Jasper as a background prop and using corrective teaching to make him stay there all stream? Dude, I know what you're referencing, obviously Hassan. But
damn, it's bad when even DSP's about to shit on you. Damn, Hassan is cooked.
Was always against even having merch of him. Like, from the moment that I introduced him to my stream.
Oh, buddy, don't act like you have morals. I've seen you beg. I've seen you say, support or I'm going to have to eat a lunch meat sandwich. like, stop it. Don't you try to make this seem like you have morals, like you have limits to your begging. You'll beg to at any means.
People were like, will you put his face on a t-shirt? Will you put his face on a mug? Will you put his face on this? And I was like, no, I really don't want to turn my cat into merchandising. Like, he's my pet. He's my friend. You know what I mean? He's my companion. I don't want to turn him into like a commercial outing. And that's kind of messed up.
Yeah, shocking news on Hassan. Yeah, I was really shocked when I saw that.
Honestly, I've criticized people over the years who've done that. Oh, look, here's my pet on stream. Oh, now I'll sell you 50,000 pieces of merch of my pet's face. Yeah, I don't know. I find it.
I mean, at least they're selling something, right? Instead of you just begging, right? All you do is beg and ask for support, right? You don't even provide anything. At least they're trying to get creative and make some merch. I mean, holy shit.
Scummy. That's my opinion.
Oh,
you can just
scummy. Okay, yeah. You just beg, right? You don't provide anything. You just beg, right, for money.
disagree. That's okay if you disagree. I find it scummy, so I never
Whoa, Siggy vaping on stream, is that a first? Oh, buddy, come on.
done it. And
Yeah, Hassan is crazy. Wasn't surprised. Yeah, me either, right? And I'm not surprised on his follow-up, like how he's kind of tried to walk it back and everything. Not surprised at all.
I just don't think that it makes sense to make your pets commercialized like that. But I know what you're saying, the whole Hassan, controversy right now.
Mhm.
Would I prefer the PlayStation layout for a game like Silksong? Nope. My problem with Silksong, like I told you, the only problem I have is the face buttons on that Elite 2 controller just aren't great. They're hard. And,
Aw.
having to push the jump button a million times gave me a callus.
No.
If it were softer, responsive, but softer buttons, that controller would be perfect, but it's not. So that's what I really need is a good D-pad, soft buttons. Like I said,
No,
I
soft
likely will
buttons.
just use that controller, the Elite 2, for most modern games.
I don't like this guy. He's a habitual liar. I know he'll lie about anything. It's so yeah, guys, that's Sig's anxiety pin. Yeah, 1,000%. Gen Z in the house. Gen Z in the house. I'm not gonna lie. The worst panic is when when the stream's about to start and I can't find my vape. I'm like, oh my gosh, we're about to have to cancel the show. Where's the vape?
But for exception to the rule games like Silksong, I would use this other controller. Why am I giving tech advice? What is this, Review Tech USA? No,
Yeah.
I know more than Review Tech USA. I actually know
Oh.
more about tech than him, so I'm actually more qualified to give advice than that idiot.
Oh.
That guy, he couldn't even.
Oh, so you're still seething about Review Tech USA, even though you had him on his show, and you're mad that he didn't want to play along with you when you were talking about your King Snake arc, right? Because you got fooled by Kino the Casino. Keep on seething about that.
Do his stream. He couldn't figure out why there was no audio going out to his stream for the game. He didn't understand how to do audio sources in OBS. He's an idiot. But today, we are 8 out of 10 goals hit for support. If we can hit 2 support goals during this stream, we could do DSP tries it, steak nuggets at Arby's. Okay?
This is what I'm saying. This is the guy, but you're begging for a goal so you can try DSP tries it, fucking nuggets at Arby's. But you want to talk about people who sell merch. Like, it's just so odd that you want to criticize anyone.
But we have to hit 2 goals. So that means we need to get some momentum
We have to hit 2 goals, and we need some momentum.
going. We need to get some support flowing. We need some subs. We need some super chats. We need some kicks. We need some tips. We need some memberships to get there. Can we get a little bit of momentum right now?
A little bit.
Early momentum to get us started.
Just a little bit.
So that we could see if we could do DSP tries it today. I would love to do it today. All right, we'll see.
Rich is an idiot. Also, all that money, yes. How these guys get that money and just waste it, it's insane, right? Yeah, he needs a job. Oh, he'll never get a job. This is his business. What are you talking about, dude?
Can we get more than these dollar tips? You're wasting my time. Seriously.
Oh, no. You pick up those dollar tips. You said you wanted some support. There you go. You're begging. You pick up those dollar tips and you be happy that anybody's giving you anything when you're just up here begging.
There's another one. Saying nonsense. $1 and just gibberish. No.
Yes. Take your dollar tip and you be happy.
Can you keep your gibberish to yourself? Or if you're
No.
going to have gibberish, can you at least give $5 so it's worth me clicking around?
Begging. Hey, you know what they say? Beggars can't be choosers, Phil.
Seriously.
Oh my god. I'm late in catching up. I use 8-bit though controllers. Yeah, I've heard you talking about that shit. I might need to check him out. He deserves to have his streams restreamed. Yes, 1000%. This is why his streams get restreamed. Yeah, he does sound like a crackhead. 1000%.
Did anyone ever donate $10,000 before? See, here's the thing, Yorkman. I don't know. I don't honestly. I have no idea who anyone is. I don't know if there's someone who's gone by one name at one point and another name at another point and another name at another point. I don't know any of that. That really is the
Yeah.
nature of
Yeah, all he sees is dollar signs, right? People actually give him money. They like watching him grovel. Yeah, dude, I'm not gonna lie. His streams, it's something else. It's like a fucking fever dream. It's so odd, right? I get geeked and I just be watching this guy. It is so funny.
online creation is that your supporters are kind of anonymous. You don't know them. Very rarely is there a case where you actually know the person who's contributing, right? The only person who 100% I can confirm gave me $10,000 was, like I said, many, many, many years ago when I was streaming on Twitch. There was someone who went by the name of Emerald7, and they came by the streams over the course of like 2 months.
Oh yeah, you didn't forget that name.
And they just kept dropping giant bombs of tier 3 subs gifted to the community. And each tier 3
Yeah, and you spent it all on Jen and WWE champions.
sub is $20. Okay, so I want to say 10 to 15 bucks per gift. I think it was $10 on Twitch because Twitch.
Hey, what up, Twake89? I'd have more respect for these types of dudes if they were actually homeless and begging. Hey, well, I think he made like 140,000, something around there, right? I know there were like some bank leaks, right? Yeah, 10K. What the fuck? Yeah, I mean, dude, he be getting paid.
So it was like $10 per sub, and they dropped like insane amounts. So I think over the course of the 3 months that they did this, I made like over $10,000.
The sad thing is he's just so bad with his money, right? He could be ahead of the game, but he's just so bad with his money. That's why he's in debt.
With their insane amount of gifted subs. And it came in at a great time because that was when I was going through the bankruptcy and everything, and kept me afloat.
Yeah, during the bankruptcy.
All right, so guys, anything else to talk about? I'll be honest, it's a little disheartening. I was hoping to get some support early on, get some momentum so we could see if we could do DSP tries it today, but we always hit the goal when I play Silk Song. If we can at least do that today, I'd be happy. Okay, if we hit a goal playing Silk Song, I'd be good. If we can hit a double goal, that'd be amazing.
Oh,
but we
a
don't
double.
have to. It's not like
Double goal. Okay.
make or break or anything here. It's not a
He ain't doing shit to earn it. So how does he know how to keep it? Yeah, that is true.
big deal, but it would be great to do it. I was
Yeah, it's almost like he's entitled to it. That's the thing about it.
all lined up to do it. My wife is working, and it would be great if we could just order out today rather than have to cook.
Oh, yeah. It'd be great if we could just order out. So fuck you guys just ordering out, right? Oh, no, you're going to have to cook. You guys are adults, right? Because you guys don't want to pay money so we can experience DSP Tries It. Like, do you see the weird mind state that this guy's in? Like, this shit is so odd.
Since it is a day when she's working. But, hey, if we don't hit it today, we don't hit it today. All right? Most Tasteless just said on Kick, listen to this. RTU should read the romance novel about Minotaur men being milked in ASMR and make it a series and put it on YouTube and TikTok and make it robust.
Pause. Hey, Sponge Leader back in here. Yo, pause.
Tasteless, how do you know about a romance novel series about Minotaur men being milked? This is the first I've heard. Just saying.
I'm pushing X to doubt, Phil.
Quite debaucherous. It's quite disgusting. Anyways. Oh, it's on Twitter. Oh, yes. That's what it is. It's on Twitter.
Yeah, he is pretty odd to be this old.
As he says this, he covers his bookshelf up behind him.
This guy.
I don't know what shoe on head is. What the hell are you talking about? Shoe on head? I don't know what that is.
I got the drip. Go.
Shoe on head. I don't know what that is. Oh, shit. Somebody recommended, I think it was Meds recommended I once said shoe on head, right? I've seen a couple of videos, right? I think she's all right. I don't know. I know some people like her shit. All right. Let me get into this goddamn Lono shit. I don't know what happened with my internet again. I apologize. But nonetheless, I had to show you guys that because I think it's the perfect segue into what we're about to see when it comes to begging. Right? But I think there still was some PS5 Pro glaze that we hadn't gotten through, right? We heard a PS5 Pro sermon from Marlon, right? Like, it was all over the place. Shit, Sigs even had to relax on Super Chat and Marlon almost every damn time. I had to stop. Oh, hey, you know how it is. You gotta, you know how it goes, man. I feel it. Okay, so the PlayStation glazing. Let me see. I think there was still.
I see it being.
We were like right here at 636. I think you see your boy Sigs. I got the memory of an elephant.
To the market in 2 years, 2 or 3 years, and to be priced at the level of a PC, like a pre-made PC. I just don't think that they would do that. I don't think their target audience would be not receptive to that.
Shoe on head is cool. Okay, all right. We'll see, right? Like I said, we're at 2:00. Who knows? You know, your boy Sigs. I drank the Reforged roast, right? You know, I'm feeling some energy. Yeah, Marlon. Yeah, GTA 6, GTA 6, GTA 6. Yeah, for real. Bro, you have to react to that shoe on head video. Okay, so that will be the next one that we do. I will do that for real. I'm glad that it got brought up. I'll watch it. And since I don't watch her that much, it'll be good to experience it with you guys. Yeah, definitely. All right, let's listen to
I
this.
see it being 1,000 only.
The PlayStation glazing is perfect today.
Because the Pro is 800, and by the time the PS6 is out, that's 4+ years after launch. Yeah, but there's
The too long didn't read on the Reforged roast. Missed the review. I actually did enjoy the coffee. I think the coffee was pretty good.
there's been internal rumblings about that, and a base level model can't be.
Me and Miss Six enjoyed it. Thought it was pretty good coffee. Not gonna lie. Right, and I drank it with some cream. You know, pause. I've been drinking it black. I enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I think it was pretty good.
That high, like the Pro is priced as an upgrade model, as a niche sort of, luxury item within luxury items, right? I don't think the Pro determines the price of the PS6. I don't think that it does, because the PS5 Pro can be priced at a threshold that is endured by enthusiasts and early adopters, right?
Fools, right? Not trying to be rude, but people who got scammed, essentially. Enthusiasts and early adopters. What a nice way to put that. You know what I mean? Like, wow.
PS5 Pro is not meant to be your base model with wide adoption. When you do a base model with wide adoption, you're typically
but you bought two, Lono.
going to be subsidizing that in some way.
Yeah, the PS5 Pro is a price gouge. Well, somebody said it the best. It's a mid-gen downgrade from what we've seen.
You're going to be taking a loss on it.
But you're an early adopter. Do you mean a beta tester? Sounds like you guys are beta testers for the PlayStation 6. Gladly, right?
Right. They didn't do that with the Pro, because that wasn't the PS5 Pro's purpose. The PS5 Pro's purpose was not to be a widely adopted base level model. It was a mid-gen upgrade. So it's
oh yeah, so the PS5 Pro, it wasn't made to be sold. It wasn't made to be widely sold. The PS5 Pro, that's not what it was here for.
Priced accordingly. It's priced accordingly. Production cost of Pro would be higher because less units are built. That's another factor that's very good to make here. Madden Mills is making a great point. If you're making a ton of PS6s and you made a fraction of that with PS5 Pros, your production cost of the Pro is going to be higher because you're making that model in smaller quantities. You'd be making far more PS6s, especially since we're hearing they're going to go with the detachable disk drive again, meaning you're going to have the unified SKU to keep production costs down. Will the PS6 have better specs than the Pro in theory and cost more to near the same? No, I think we've just kind of dismantled.
No. So if it has the same, better specs, you don't expect it to cost around the same? Okay.
Dismantled that idea that
we've dismantled that idea. Yeah. Oh, damn. You got hit. Yeah. But it's okay. We recovered, right? You know, I died, but like a phoenix, I was reborn.
The PS6 could actually be.
And the real one showed up, right? Because you guys knew that the show wasn't fucking over. God damn it. You guys was looking down at your watch. You were like, this is not right.
Spec higher and not be as expensive for them to produce it because.
Yes, that is true. Join the Discord or else Lono might take you around the corner and break your jaw.
Your production lines can be bigger, more broad because you have a unified SKU, and that can drive your production costs down due to quantity of the items purchased or any kind of contract they have with AMD.
Oh, but Lono, what do you know about production costs? Here we go again.
Whatever the case may be, that can make it cheaper for them to make a PS6 than a Pro. Also, they will potentially willingly lose money on a PlayStation 6 because it's a base model that needs broad adoption. They will not do that with a model like the PS5 Pro. That's another problem with comparing the two, is that, and I made the same mistake. I thought the same thing that Chris thought. I thought, dude, the Pro is so expensive as is. They're easily going to be having a PS6 at a high dollar amount. I think people rather well argued. They argued rather well. They kind of argued me out of that position. They were like, no. You need mass market adoption. You're going to be making more of them. You need to sell more of them. You know, they're going to be willing to lose money on them. They will not.
When he tells you buckle up, do not buckle up. Yeah, he will haymaker you right through the canvas, right? These companies seeing that money. I know. I don't know why he doesn't understand that. If he out of everyone should know how alluring that money is, right? As much as he be up here begging, right? So the fact that he doesn't think that PlayStation doesn't have money in their eyes, I don't get it.
Price the PS6 in relation to the PS5 Pro. If the PS6 is chiplet based and the chiplets are shared with desktop graphics, then the PS6 can be much cheaper. Yeah, there can be elements that make it cheaper. How much was the PS4 Pro?
You know what? I actually think I watched this shit. Crazy. Insane. So I think I did actually watch this shit. My bad, you guys. Let me make sure I watch everything. Okay, yeah. So we watched this. I think we actually watched this for sure.
I see.
Okay. So here's the clip right here, and then after this, we're gonna watch Shoe on Head, see what that's hitting on. Right. If you guys have any other videos you guys want to recommend, we can do that as well. All right. Now listen to this shit right here. I've never seen no shit like this. This should be interesting.
Which, by the way, guys, help us out today. We've had a nice, strong turnout for the day. I did pause the thing that nobody likes during that segment. Do me a favor and hit the like button. Try to get us to 300 likes. YouTube's done something a little bit different, and if you guys are running an ad blocker, it'd be great if you would turn that off when you watch my shows. You can all, you know,
wow.
I get
a negative, Lono. I watch your shows, and I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't turn off the ad blocker, and I wouldn't ask my audience to do that either. I mean, come on, like, Lono, you were just saying that you had a strong turnout today, right? I mean, oh, really, you're gonna ask them to turn off their ad blocker?
it. I know it's not fun for that stuff to be happening, but it's really
That stuff. Oh, you mean the ads?
really hurting guys that do what we do when you guys are running those, because it actually doesn't. You're not counting as a view anymore. We've not focused on it. We've not talked about it. I didn't make any videos. A lot of guys made.
Buddy, but that's what you're doing right now, and you have been talking about it. You've been mentioning it here and there. It's like, okay, if that's the case, then I guess you're just gonna have to get new viewers, right? And I did hear about it, but I mean, hey, you know, I guess you're just gonna have to adjust, right? Change happens. All you can do is focus on what you can control, right?
Videos, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, everything's bad. Please support my Patreon." I'm like, you know,
Yeah, when are you gonna get the Patreon? Because we all know,
Hello, I like money.
right? We all know you like money. When are you gonna get your Patreon?
what? Become a member if you can. That's a huge way to help. Another really easy way.
Oh, buddy, but you were doing that before the whole AI, not AI, before they made it to where people watching an ad blocker doesn't count as a view, allegedly, right? This shit was unreal. Has even DSP done this? Just low. No, I don't think DSP has done this. This is what I'm saying. This guy is innovative. Sigs, I'm on mobile, so I'm getting blasted with ads here. Damn. I'm sorry about that, buddy. I mean, I think I have it like on just normal, right?
To help is, man, shut that thing off when you're here, because you're not
Shut that thing off when you're here, right? Love my Brave browser. Never see any ads. Yeah, even when I have such. Yeah, exactly. I love Brave as well.
counting toward my anything, which is a big bummer to see. We'll have a really strong day and a really strong turnout, and then the numbers don't really show it because a lot of you run an ad blocker. So you're actively hurting me when you do that. I hate to say it.
Oh, my God. Let's play that back. Listen to this crying. Oh, my God.
To see, we'll have a really strong day and a really strong turnout, and then the numbers don't really show it because a lot of you run an ad blocker. So you're actively hurting me when you do that. I hate.
So you're actively hurting Lono when you watch his show with an ad blocker, right? So way to guilt trip them and make them feel bad for having an ad blocker on. Like, what?
Hate to say it, but it's true. They've done something, and
They've done something.
if you disable it while you're here, you know, I shut them off and disable them as much as I can. I try to minimize their presence as much as I can.
As much as I can, whatever that means.
You got to meet me in the middle if you can.
Oh, meet me in the middle if you can. Tell them, meet me halfway. I mean, god damn, Lono, the begging. I mean, this is scandalous.
If you can. Because that is
Yeah. Yo ho ho ho. Yeah, ad blockers on God.
causing some pretty significant damage to metrics all of a sudden. And
Yikes.
unfortunately, I don't have any control over it. You know, I do the best I can. I don't the people that sub.
Oh yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. You're just gonna have to up your game up, right? You know what I mean? You're just, hopefully if you keep on making good content, hopefully people will click and watch it, right? That's all that you really can do, right? That's what it's always been. That's the case always, right?
To me on Purple, never see one. They never see one. I turn them off for people on Purple that sub, and I pause
Oh, so go sub over on Purple.
them as much as I can on YouTube. Like I do everything I can to minimize their presence for you guys because I know they're frustrating. So you don't run the ads.
Yeah, tell them meet me halfway. Tell them meet me halfway. I'm just a pony on the border that has some hay for you. Yeah, the next 45 days, Xbox will launch more games than PlayStation has in 2 years, but Xbox is dead. Oh, I guess you seen the MVG video. Yeah, for real. So he's blaming his viewers for his lack of income. I mean, you can also get a job, Lono, right? That's exactly what he's doing. Bro, even the FBI says you shouldn't be on the internet without an ad blocker. Yeah, as if the reason isn't internal. Yeah, ad block, use it, whatever. I watch Lucas, Game Pass, Melody. Yeah, exactly. Reforge needs some more coffee varieties. Oh, okay, we got some requests in here.
Right? I'm commonly pausing them. I am. So running an ad blocker when you're here.
Well, put it like this. I don't want to out anyone, but put it like this. One of my dogs hit me up on Discord and told me that he was in there and they got him out of there. So his hypothesis is that he thinks that they're watching my streams and that they're on watch. So, unfortunately, if you guys have been over here chatting, you're not going to be able to hang out in Lono's Discord.
You just don't need to. You just don't need to.
Yeah, I blame Lono for his lack of income. Yeah, well, that's usually how men move. But he likes to call people boys. It's projection, right? More importantly, more than anything, he's a lolcow. And I mean, when it comes to being a lolcow, one of the main tent poles of being a lolcow is begging, right? That's the source of all the clowning and the jokes, honestly.
Angry Higgs upgraded to a member plus. Boom, 86.
Boom.
That is such a huge help. That is, I'm not kidding you. That is the easiest way to help us kind of glide above all this platform-wide crap that's been going on. Seriously, you doing a $6 a month membership is, we don't got to pull the ripcord on any panic buttons or nothing. We can just keep on going when you have those folks that are just doing that. I know.
Hello, I like money.
Yeah, just keep on donating and everything will be fine.
Times are tough, and if you can't, we have people gifting all of the time. So you're on premium. If you're on premium, please make sure you're not running an ad blocker as well. You don't need one. Premium supports-
If you're on premium, please turn your shit off. I repeat, we're shaking them down. Way to shake down your dents. Way to rule with an iron fist, right? I mean, this guy Lono's laying down the law. Turn off the ad blocks right now, right?
But only if you're not running an ad blocker. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Does that make sense? Do I need to explain it more for you? Do I need to tell you more about how I want more money, right? Do I need to make it more clear for you guys that I'm doing this for money?
If you're watching me.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're watching me and you have premium, but you're also running ad blocker, that's not helpful. You need to have it disabled, even if you're using premium.
That's not helpful to who, right? I think it is helpful to them, right? If they want to do it, they can do whatever the fuck they want to do on their device that they're watching this of choice, right? More importantly, you can't control that, right? Why don't you just do your thing? And, like I said, if you need more money, then get a job. You want to talk about people being little boys? I mean, you can easily get a little part-time job, right? And it would alleviate some of the need to beg. I mean, let's just be honest. It's not like you're doing any type of groundbreaking work, right? You're running with Reddit rumors. I think you could definitely get you a little part-time gig.
Swear to God, YouTube is doing my nut in. LOL. Not only did it time gate me, it put me in the baseline membership.
Oh no.
So what they made you wait and they wouldn't let you off the baseline?
Uh-oh. Looks like he's gonna miss out on the writings room, right? Let me see if there's anything else. Okay, yeah. That's it right there. Okay. So now it is time for the shoe on head video. Okay, give me a second. This should be very interesting. Because I mean she's not hard on the eyes, right? So your boy Six will always check it out. Yeah, let's go, right? And it's the female Gooners must be stopped video, correct? I'm glad I haven't watched this shit at all. Okay, let's see what this shit is hitting on.
Oh, I didn't see you there. What am I reading, you ask? Well, just one of the best-selling books on Amazon right now. With millions of sales and almost 20,000 5-star reviews, this book has been absolutely blowing up, especially on TikTok, or BookTok, as the kids call it. Thousands and thousands of women, in particular, have been raving about this piece of literature. What piece of literature is it?
Yeah, she's very delicate on the eyes. I'm not gonna lie. She is looking very nice right now. I mean, I cannot cap.
I ask? Well, Morning Glory Milking Farm, of course.
Oh!
A popular romance novel about a young woman down on her luck who does what every young woman does when facing financial struggle.
Yeah.
She starts an OnlyFans. No, of
course.
She wouldn't degrade herself like that. She gets a job jerking off monsters.
That's right, the Morning Glory Milking Farm.
I have been reading Morning Glory Milking Farms.
Oh my God! And look, are these fem cells? Oh wow! Right, and look at how proud they are to talk about this. And like I said, imagine if these were guys. Would we not be clowning them? Would we not be like, "Oh, why are you posting this? This is disgusting." They are so proud to talk about what they look while she's eating Cheez-Its. It's like, God damn. Yeah, a female. Hey, I'm not even gonna get into that. I mean, it's like, yo. I mean, goddamn, you couldn't even put the Cheetos away just to make the video?
Since last night, and I'm obsessed.
This was a good time. It did not disappoint.
If this book is trash, then I am a fucking raccoon. Give me all of the garbage.
Get your eyeballs on this because it is so good.
Yikes.
I regret to inform you that there is a new epidemic.
Oh, those girls are porn brain. That's not good for them, right?
An epidemic that many have yet to discuss. And that epidemic is female gooners.
Oh.
Now, for those of you unaware, gooner is internet slang for someone addicted to porn. And smut is
They obsessed with the book about women who love a boss. Yeah, I mean, it looks like, I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a lot of these ladies are single.
slang for dark romance novels, otherwise known as porn. Many correct about the dangers of porn addiction with men, how it can destroy their lives and their relationships, and most men know the material they consume is weird. That is
Yeah, it's terrible. It'll make you porn brained, and then you'll start sexualizing every woman you see. Yeah. It'll lead to you ruining your relationship. It's terrible.
why they are ashamed of it. That is why they delete their browser history. That is why they go incognito mode. But these bitches freaks out here. They display their smut openly in bookstores. They proudly pose in front of their
Oh, wait a minute. Is she shaming them? Wait a minute, right?
smut collections. They discuss their smut openly on TikTok. They go to smut conventions and get choked out by 9-foot-tall shirtless wendigos. Now, I know what you are thinking. Shoo, isn't this the pot calling the kettle degenerate? Yes. Yes, it is. But have you considered it takes one to truly know one? You see, women are strange, fascinating creatures. For centuries, men have tried to figure us out. Our mood is affected by the tides and the moon. We bleed.
I don't know. I think a lot of guys have kind of cracked the code, to be honest with you.
Eat for 5 days and don't die. By painting my face, I can instantly shapeshift from a 4 to a 6. We are truly mysterious, magical creatures. But one of the most mysterious aspects of women to men is our sexuality. You see, us women are not like those
Women are more unhinged than men. Yeah, 1,000%.
disgusting moids. No, we are sophisticated. We
Damn,
are
not the moids.
evolved. We don't watch videos of strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. No, we read about strangers slapping their sweaty bodies together. It's different, okay? You don't understand. It's okay when we do it. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk
Yeah,
about
don't shame them.
rapidly growing popularity of dark romance on TikTok and the recent dark romance convention that ended in disaster. Let's take a break from all this depressing political news and talk about something silly. Not that
Oh, she used to be an actor, wasn't she? I don't know. Like I said, I've only seen like 2 or 3 videos from her.
those political things aren't important. Trust me, they are. You should be keeping up with politics and the news when you can. I know it can be difficult to do, but fear not. I have an app for that. So before we get into
Reddit.
this video, let's quickly give a shout out to our sponsor, Ground News. Ground News is a website and from legal bias. Features by about how the right covered this far more sources. Country divided, truly. Ground News also makes it very easy to a storero or as the different is my don't just take void off. It's only ground for not skipping the. Book Talk is a very interesting place, and any book fans out there know how it has absolutely destroyed the hobby of literature and just flooded it with absolute slop. Spicy slop. You see, books on TikTok are not rated by how well they are written or how good the characters are. No, they are rated by the spice. And what does spice mean? Porn. It means porn. Spice level is very important to book talkers. How much spice does a book have? What are the spiciest books they have ever read? How spicy is the book they're currently reading? Spice, spice, spice. The spiciest book going viral on Book Talk lately is none other than Morning Glory Milking Farm by C.M. Nascosta. Violet is a typical down-on-her-luck millennial, mid-20s, overeducated, and drowning in debt. Oh my
Overeducated. Oh my god. Yeah, they're literally self-inserting themselves. This is insane.
god! She's just like me!
Why are they all hideous? I think we're looking at fem cells for real.
On the verge of moving into her parents' basement, when a lifeline appears in the form of a very unconventional job in the neighboring Cambric Creek, she has no choice but to grab it with both hands. Morning Glory Farm offers full-time hours, full benefits, and generous pay with no experience needed. There's only one catch. The clientele is grade A certified prime beef. Oh god. With the manly, meaty endowments to... Okay.
Morning Glory Milking Farm is actually a profound critique of late-stage capitalism and toxic masculinity. In this text, we see that the tingling sensation in her coochie is actually the tingling sensation of a Marxist revolution.
Wow. I mean, this is what I mean. These people are gone. Like these guys, they've left. They've left the building. This is insane.
This is every fucking breadtube video to me, dude. This is every Jack Saint video. So I actually read the book myself, and I'm not gonna lie.
Wow, she read it. Holy shit.
19th Amendment needs to be abolished. So, like I said, the story is basically this millennial named Violet, and she gets a job basically working at Big Pharma in Narnia, where they harvest Minotaur milk to make Viagra for human males. And I read the whole thing. Probably gonna be put on some kind of watch list. But listen, this is my job, okay? I'm not out here like selling feet.
This author must be trolling. No, I think they're literally writing about their fantasy, right? I think this is a learning experience, right?
Or something. What I do is far more dignified and normal. Now let's take a look at some of these notes I wrote. Let's see. Big dick and balls. At one point she says the term, and I quote,
oh, shit.
the seam of his sack. So I'm reading this and the whole time I'm thinking like, okay, he probably has like a human head, right? He probably like looks something like this, like, you know, just a dude with like horns. Then I see the official artwork.
Don't show it.
That's a cow. Bro is a cow. Bro is a straight up cow. In a few parts they're being intimate and it will be like, his hooves clip-clopped. My hooves will tear up your sheets. And it's like, I'm sorry,
Wow.
he's what? At one point, she describes kissing him. And I swear to God, it was more disgusting than anything else described in this book. She's like describing how big and wide his mouth is and how big and like slimy his tongue is. She's like describing the shit and you're just like, that's a cow. I mean, we are at a solid 5.5 on the Barbeau scale here. This is dangerous territory, folks. She also f***ers his ass.
Wow.
She f***ers the cow's ass. By the way, if you want an
Insane.
uncensored version of this video and all my videos, Patreon. Go to Patreon, become a
Hey.
member. All members get
Lono was just talking about this. Okay, yeah. Siggy, pause to commentate. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking at this shit. This shit is insane. this boy beds. Yeah.
the uncensored version of every video, so you can hear me talking about s***ing and f***ing and f***ing a cow's asshole. Is that what you freaks want? Anyway, I like how in this fantasy world, student loans still exist. Like, we can imagine a world with minotaurs and humans in a relationship, but we can't imagine a world without student loans. Sad. Oh, and he has one of those bull rings, like the nose ring theory septum
Yes.
rings. And in this
Of
world,
course.
that means, like, you're married, but apparently he's divorced. The man is divorced. This is a divorced cow with a cow ex-wife. The lore is deep, folks. The funniest part, though, has to be—
I mean, I'm just taking all of this and like, how did we get here again? This is the video that Meds recommended. I'm literally just taking in the lore. Like, what more commentary can I add to this? Like, this is literally some crazy left field shit. I can't speak on experience with this. I'm learning, right? Pause, right? You know what I mean? Like, I don't even know what this shit is, right? It's crazy.
when they go on a date. I need to just read this to you. When the bill arrived, she attempted to pull a handful of carefully folded bills from her wristlet before he stopped her. No, that's absolutely not happening. Put that away. She'd not thought about it until the day after their first dinner together, realizing that in mortification that she ought to have attempted to pay her half.
My boy saying Six, I think you got played. I know. It's like, literally, I don't know. This is insane.
What kind of feminist are you? She asked herself. She couldn't remember the last time she'd been out and hadn't paid for her half, including her coffee date with Carson Tinsley. She had come prepared that night, several weeks—
Wow, they actually put what kind of feminist are you? Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I definitely think this is some, femcel fantasy. We all noticed that all the women that were shown were unattractive, right? I mean, I guess this is what they fantasize about, right? I don't like to paint with a broad brush, but I mean, all of them are kind of fitting into the stereotype, right? And I thought DSP was weird. Yes, this is definitely some new content for real. Like I said, I never really watched her videos, so I mean, this is insane. Yeah, this is definitely some femcel shit. Yeah, for sure.
of her tips smoothed and tucked into her wristlet. But I didn't even offer to pay half the other night and shouldn't have— Violet. If the commanding rumble of his voice hadn't silenced her, the heat of his hand dropping to her knee would've. I don't want you to feel that you don't have any agency here. I might be the one giving all the orders.
Okay, yeah. Shu exposes all those people. Okay, so this is like her thing. All right, yeah. Six, right. Pause, right? I'm like, this is a whole nother avenue, right? Like I said, like, to be honest with you, I'm not trying to be rude, but like, these people in this category, like, they don't exist to me, right? I never really look into them. I never see what they're into, but it's interesting to get an update on what they're focusing on. And I guess this is the buzz. And like I said, women like this, women that look the way they look, like, to be honest with you, they don't really exist to me, right? It's almost like I don't see them, right?
But you hold all the cards. Your comfort is the only thing that counts right now. And if I overstep, I want you to know you can tell me so. But that's not happening. Don't think I'm unaware we're at different points in our careers. You can say no, you can say you don't want to see me again, you can tell me to stop coming to the farm when you're working. It's dinner, not a down payment of your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. She was a good feminist, she told herself, and she definitely couldn't be
She was a good feminist, she told herself. This is what I mean. Like, these ladies are reading this shit and they're self-inserting themselves.
But if he had suggested at that moment that he would have appreciated a blowjob, she would have fallen
Six, welcome to the internet. Like I said, I be watching locals, I be watching weird shit, but this is new even to your boy Six. I usually have a lot to say, right? Professional yapper, but this right here, I don't even know what to say to this.
Face first on his cock with an open mouth without a shred of hesitation. Inside every woman, there are
Hey, I mean, that's how they be, though.
two wolves. Or two bowls. The strong, independent girl boss and the submissive, doting housewife. And in the presence of a masculine man, or a farm animal, she will fold like a lawn chair and instantly return to
definitely
factory settings.
It's dinner, not a down payment for your time. But I'm in a position to comfortably
see. This is what I mean. Look at what do we notice the common thing with all these women? That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm not even right. Beauty's in the eye of their beholder. I'm just noticing that these women all share something in common. That's all.
spoil someone. So when you're with me, I'm spoiling you. End of story. I said, okay, I highlighted that paragraph for myself.
There we go. All right. Shit, I thought you was done for the night. Nah, my internet just went out. I'm glad you showed up, Drakewan. I mean, yeah, this is so literally what we hypothesized. We hit the nail right on the head, right? I mean, there they go. This is their fantasy.
Clean up aisle 5. So that's what I
these books setting expectations too high. Yeah, exactly. Like this whole like, oh, some guy saying all that. Ain't nobody saying all that, especially not to someone who looks like her, right? In my opinion, right? I don't know.
thought of it. But what did other people think of it? What are the reviews on this book? This book has a 4.1 on Amazon with 21,000 ratings and a 3.6 on Goodreads with nearly 60,000 ratings. Let's just read some random ones here. Hear me out. Hear me out. A milking good time.
Wow.
Sweet and creamy. The spice is spicing. I was very leery of starting this because I thought it was just going to be porn. The plot is pretty good. The plot? Please. This is like the new, I read Playboy for the articles. Like, sure you do. This book could kill a Victorian child. 5 stars. I'll never look at a jug of
6. Those be the ones on the dry spell that bring the snacks. Oh, yes. Those be the ones that be throwing the neck, right? You know what I mean? You know, usually you want the face to be a little bit more pretty, right? Because don't get me wrong. There are some big women, right? But they'll have cute little faces, right? You know what I'm saying? You tell them to come through and you get that neck 1,000%. That's exactly the description. Yes.
milk the same. I think I'm lactose intolerant now.
And usually they'll come over, ask them to order a pizza, and I'm telling you, 9 times out of 10, they will order a pizza. They got that shit saved in their phone.
So that happened. Our eyes will never see the gates of heaven. 1 star, not a helpful guide. This book failed to teach me how to milk a cow, and now my family
yeah, the big women, yeah, they throw the neck for sure. Like I said, they're used to having their mouth full.
has no food for the winter. 1 star, accidentally ordered while on pain medication after an operation. Gave this to my mom as a joke gift for Christmas. You what? Lesai. Why can't human males be more like this? Tall, rich, and handsome are no longer enough, boys. Now you have to be a 9-foot-tall creature from Greek mythology with a 13-inch dick. I never want to hear from another person about how they read 100 books in a year if this is the kind of slop they are consuming. Well, Ronald.
Yeah, Ronald, what are you doing there? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, I think that's a little bit weird that that's where you're at, Ronald, right? I don't know, right? Like, Ronald, like, what are you doing there?
Man detected. This isn't for you.
Yeah, a large pizza, and they're gonna get the wings and everything.
This is for women. So take your ass back to Barely Legal Babysitter 5 or whatever the f you watch that is so morally superior than this. Let him who is without sin cast the first stone, okay? God bless America. It's great to live in a country where I can casually enjoy cozy erotica about a young woman who milks her way to financial security and true love with a minotaur. This is what freedom looks like, and I intend to fully enjoy it before the Supreme Court takes this right away next.
Wow. Yeah, this is brain rot. This is insane.
This is what freedom looks like? I'm really rethinking my stance on freedom, not gonna lie. Maybe
yeah, Wingstop garlic and lemon pepper fries. Yeah, with honey mustard. Yeah, she's gonna be going. Yeah, and they'll add it on. They won't even think. They'll be like, "That's it, that's it." They'll be like, "Go on." You'd be like, "Damn," and a soda, and they'll be like, "That's it." You'll be like, "And some breadsticks." That's it. They'll just keep on going. They'll be like, "That's it, that's it." Yeah, they got the endless wallet. That's one thing. Them ladies, they will spend money on food.
We should have less of it. All I know is if Donald Trump takes the monster porn, we are going to make 2020 look like a picnic, okay?
My boy Yo said, my homie dated a big girl and she bought this man everything. Yes. Yeah. Awesome storyline. Better than Concord. Yeah. You know what? It does seem like it's better writing. Maybe, I bet you some of the Concord devs probably are probably reading this book. They probably love it.
Matters. Oh my god. Edit that out. Editor. Edit that out. Women are going to be picking up Animal Farm now. Like, where's the horse cock? Some of you people owe a certain streamer an apology because this book has way too many 5 stars. Some of you are lying. So after buying this book, Amazon has given me a few interesting recommendations. Would you like to see them? I accidentally summoned a demon boyfriend. That time I got drunk and saved a demon. Gentling the beast. Cupcakes for my orc enemy.
I was just focusing on this one. You notice how this one is a little plus size.
Time I got drunk and saved.
This is a self-insert for sure.
Saved a demon. Gentling the beast.
Animal just showed up. He can't even believe his eyes. I know, this is very odd. Look at this.
Cupcakes for my orc enemy. Mane of my existence. The gargoyle and the spinster.
Another, I'm telling you, sir, a self-insert.
For my orc enemy. Mane of my existence. The gargoyle.
Another plus-size woman.
And the spinster. The widow and the orcs. Hoarded by the dragon. There's something about dragons. Getting it on with gargoyles. Gotten by the gator. Mated to the mountain bear. Oh, so this is why they chose the bear. The billionaire orc. Moth manager. Wolves and whipped cream. The wolf in
I'm just saying, look at the I'm just pointing it out to you guys.
my tavern. Pounded by produce. Oh, what? Are they
Pounded by produce. Insane.
Are these
But men, they're the ones porn brain, right? All men want is sex, right? How many times have you guys heard that? Oh, that's all you guys think about. All you guys care about is sex, right? That's what I'm saying. If you hear a girl say some shit like that, that is bullshit. And the year 2025, we are so past that shit. Like, man, if she throwing you bullshit like that, talking about some, oh, we need to go on a date and all this shit, just know she is not feeling you, for real, for real. Like, in this day and age, these girls is out here throwing that shit on 6. I'm scared. I want off this ride. We're almost there.
the books the Nazis burned?
My husband only reads finance and sci-fi books, and so I think it's about time that I introduce him to some real literature. So the first book that I would like to introduce you to is called Morning Glory Milking Farm. And it's not a normal milking farm.
And so this is so sad for the husband. What type of lame ass nigga? Like, this is crazy. She's just gonna expose his ass like this.
Farm, like with cows, what it is it's big, bulky minotaurs, and it's a special type of milking.
See, honey, she's his step.
Yeah, just letting him know, like, this is what I'm fantasizing about, like, you're not getting it done.
Stepsister, and she got stuck in the washing machine again. Women on TikTok are openly, proudly talking about the porn they consume and getting mad at people when they make fun of it.
And that's what's crazy. The only thing I'm trying to say, like, you know, the 2 cents I would throw in is I know for a fact if guys did this, right? We see this all the time with games, right? When guys just simply want women to look more attractive in games. Nobody's saying that they have to be half naked or anything. Now, don't get me wrong. I do like when the thighs are out, right? But that's just me. What do they say? Oh, you're porn brained. You know what I mean? All women don't look like that. Yada, yada, yada. But when you go into their fictional realm, right? You got minotaurs and whatnot. It's just, I don't know. It's just odd to me. That's all I'll say.
I ban men from reacting to
They're definitely porn brain.
Fantasy on TikTok. Best-selling romantasy books like A Court of Thorns and Roses and A Fourth Wing contain descriptions of hot sex. I feel like that's common knowledge, if not their primary purposes. But in recent months, book talk has become full of men clutching their pearls while reacting to steamy scenes from these popular female-centered books. Obviously, this is all a massive performance.
Yeah, literally. Meanwhile, woman's prawn, right, is literally fucking werewolves. Exactly. Right? Guys, we just want somebody shapely, right? Throwing that neck, you know, throwing it back. They're literally fantasizing about fucking goddamn minotaurs. Like, I blame TikTok. Yeah, TikTok is terrible. We need to get rid of it, right? Get rid of it. Right? They got spies on it. You know what I mean? So their fantasy is Goro from NK. Yeah, that's what it's looking like. They're really on some weird shit.
Live in the age of OnlyFans. The odds are that these men have seen actual porn that defies the laws of physics and God. Over 90% of men between the ages 16 and 73 watch porn born in any random month. There's statistically no way all of these guys are shocked by the sex itself. What they are gawking at is sex from the perspective of female desire, scenes that depict women coming first and frequently. And what they are surprised by is...
Damn, okay, so Deceiver, he's throwing out that real shit. He's saying it started with Twilight. I think I was like, what? I was like in middle school. No, maybe I was in elementary school, like in like 4th or 5th grade, right? On my way to middle school when all the ladies were talking about Twilight. Everybody was talking about that shit, right? You know, yeah, he's very right about that shit, right? You know, I guess you could even say that shit with Beauty and the Beast. Right? Or am I tweaking? Right? I mean, I don't know. No, it started way before that guy. Yeah, can't you say that with Beauty and the Beast? I'd rather have loyalty and respect the love cause, bitches. Give that shit to everyone. Yeah, fuck, literally, respect over love any day of the week, right? Because you can love someone and still do them wrong, right? But you can't say, oh, I respect them, but I did them wrong, right? It doesn't work that way. For real. That is facts, right? I couldn't imagine gooning Toshiba from MK. Yeah, that bitch is definitely hard on the eyes. It started way back, yeah. Started with Dracula for real. Okay, yeah. See, now we're talking about that real shit. Shrek messed up the game.
The women they know love these scenes. In one video, a guy declares, "Now I know why women enjoy..."
Damn, John Bondazabi saying romance novels in the 80s in the supermarket checkout line type. Yeah, see that precedes my time, right? It started with The Lion King. Girls were fantasizing about Simba. Just wasn't any internet. Damn, you guys are letting me know. Oh, they've been tweaking, right? They've been on that shit.
Book clubs and wine. But his astonishment in itself is astonishing. Like, what do you think?
That is a good point. Spoolie says, at least the vampire is a humanoid. Yes, 1,000%. 1,000%.
Adult women were into not having sex and drinking wine. Grow up. Imagine a group of men sitting around drinking wine, discussing the porn they watch. That is what you guys are essentially doing.
My boy says I'm 46. I see some shit, boys. Yeah, I mean, insane.
Just funny, okay? Like, it's funny. Are we really going to pretend that a story about a young woman getting a job milking mythical creatures to pay off her student debt is not funny? It's funny. If that makes me a sexist or misogynist, you got me. To act like you're...
Yeah, I mean, you've been kink shaming this whole entire time. I mean, I definitely think she's misogynistic.
So different and above the other gooners is just, it's silly. I'm sorry, but you are no different than Joe Schmo jorking it to fat booty Latina.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely femcels. They're definitely like the other side of the coin of incels, 1,000%.
As in Space 12. You're sitting there all high and mighty, one hand on the book, acting like you're so superior because you can perfectly envision a horse cock spinning 360 degrees in your mind. I'm not impressed. The scenes these men are reading, to many people, myself included, are insanely sexy. But purely in terms of the acts being described, they aren't all that lurid. And as many of the comments on these videos point out, there's much wilder stuff out there. For example, these men have clearly...
So it wasn't enough for her. Like, this shit was too tame.
Not yet discovered nodding. A popular term in romantasy right now that involves werewolves whose penises get so swollen after sex, they have to stay inside their partners until the swelling subsides.
What?
Oh, honey, that's not a...
You, like, Meds, why are you telling me to react to this? You are tweaking.
Popular trend in romantasy. That's just a thing real dogs do. Oh, you just don't get it. You don't know what knotting is. What are these women reading, bro? What happened to that, like, stupid fucking...
My boy says, bro, you're reading this all wrong. Yeah, no shit, I'm being sarcastic, dog. You really think I think she's a misogynistic? That she's a misogynist? You think I'm up here?
You sound like you are a male feminist.
Like, no shit, Meds. I mean, anybody could pick up on that. Of course, dog. I feel you. Like, of course, brother.
Horny Hallmark thing, going home for Christmas to your hometown and falling in love with the cute farmer boy. What happened to that? We used to make fun of that. We truly did not know what we had until it was gone. Now women out here fantasizing about getting their asses clapped by demons and werewolves and goblins and ghouls. I remember when 50 Shades of Grey came out and people were like, oh my god, this is so crazy. Women are crazy. 50 Shades of Grey looks like missionary sex through a bedsheet for the sole purpose of procreation compared to the shit the average woman on TikTok is reading. At least Christian Grey was a human man and not a dog. You fantasize about dating the quiet, shy.
See, I've never seen that movie. I don't even know. Yeah, this shit is hilarious. I'm not gonna lie. It is funny. She is going the fuck off.
Nerdy girl. You know, she's innocent, she's pure, she's not like those other girls, like going out clubbing and hooking up with random men. No, she's at home, curled up by the fire in a blanket, reading a book, except that book is about f***ing a half man, half bull. Let me let you in on a little secret. The quiet, nerdy girl is way more of a freak than the average hoe. Are you kidding me?
And you see, I know Mads didn't get, but you see, now she's kink shaming. Like, dog, that's what I was getting at. Like, I mean, Mads, it's crazy that you actually thought I was criticizing her. Wild, right? That means maybe I'm trolling too much. You guys think that I'm...
You sound like you are a male feminist.
Yeah, shaming is valid. I know, but I'm just saying, I know the internet, right? And what she's doing, she's kink shaming, right? She's kink shaming these poor women who are just, expressing their sexual freedom.
Not even close. The average hoe might have a body count of like 15 or so, but the quiet nerdy girl is fantasizing about getting back shots from Cthulhu. That is...
the quiet nerdy girls, those are the ones that throw it back the most. You see the quiet nerdy girl, that's the one you need to go to first.
Least 100 bodies. Now listen, there's nothing inherently wrong with fantasizing, okay? There's nothing wrong with role play. Fiction is fiction, right? You're not actually going to bang your stepsister, right? These women are not actually going to bang a cow. Or at least I hope not. We all know there is a difference between fantasy and reality. Well, what happens when they try to bring fantasy into reality? Well, you get Sinners and Stardust.
Yeah, they be throwing that neck for real, yo.
What in the eyes wide shut is going on here? Sinners and Stardust was supposed to be a dark romance ball for romantasy authors and fans alike. So what's the big deal? Seems like a fun, sexy time, right? Maybe, if you're a woman. If you're a man, the night may have gone a little differently for you. Alright, y'all, it appears I have to make a post that I'm frankly pretty goddamn upset I have to make.
What in the Silent Hill? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was definitely Silent Hill vibes. Yeah, my eyes, I know, this is insane.
This post is for the readers who don't understand consent and boundaries only. A lot of you may know my good friend Animus. He's attended a signing of mine in the past and obviously is a musical artist. This past weekend, he attended Sinners and Stardust and probably had one of the most heartbreaking experiences. So listen, he's a man, right? But do we think that means it's okay to put your hands all over him without consent? Or to put your hands in his waistband or down his pants or touch his dick? Hello? Do we think it's okay to quite literally back him into a corner and touch all over him to the point that he literally cannot tell how many hands are on him and whose are whose? Do we think it's okay to send him into an actual panic attack because of this? Furthermore, do we think it's okay to interrogate him and insist he detail how he'd kidnap a woman despite him repeatedly saying he wouldn't do that and that shit is fiction, and then attempt to follow him when he tries to get away? And if that wasn't enough, during the time of this mob, him and another author received notification that an air tag was tracking him, which showed on his person all the way to his hotel room. They molested this guy until he passed out from anxiety, and then they put a tracker on him in order to stalk him back to his hotel. This poor guy dressed like a character in one of the romantasy books at this romantasy convention full of women. That is like throwing roast beef into a pit of wolves. Or in this case, throwing a wolf into a pit.
Like, holy shit, I'm pretty sure there's a word for what happened. Holy shit.
Of roast beef. I remember years ago, there was this thing called cosplay is not consent. Basically, it was a campaign to bring attention.
Deceiver said, I'll take that job, please. Bro living my dream.
The fact that people at conventions would often come up to women dressed in sexy costumes and just grope and grab them without their consent. Yeah, apparently we have to bring that back because these women did not get the memo. I've been a furry for over a decade and attended a lot of fur cons. Sure, sometimes weird shit happens.
And I'm pretty sure this is Reddit. And mind you, this is where these guys get their news from, certain people that we know, right? But confessions of a furry for over a decade. Holy shit.
But honestly, I can't believe the dark romance crowd is out here acting like this. Like, me and my buddies in our fursuits are more respecting of consent and bodily autonomy. Get your shit together, y'all. When the furries are calling you out for being freaks, you need to reflect. Something has gone horribly wrong. Not only
we're cooked.
Were the men at this book talk convention assaulted assaulted, but women were also assaulted by women. Multiple women, including a performer, reported being assaulted there as well. Even an
it's because they're porn brain. They have no control, right?
author there said she was groped and dragged away from her friends and said no matter how many times she said no, quote, my words did nothing. May I remind you, this is a book convention, okay? For books. Literal BDSM clubs are more respectful than this. There needs to be more studies on how this stuff affects women's brains, because clearly some are unable to tell the difference between fantasy and reality. Ivy Lipton, a doctoral candidate in human sexuality, actually wrote about this for EV Magazine. I don't know what a doctoral candidate in human sexuality is, but she's hot, so I trust her. Your brain on orgasms isn't neutral. Dopamine release during climax is a powerful conditioning agent. What you repeatedly fantasize about becomes necessary for arousal. If your erotic imagination centers around abuse, monstrous violence, and submission to non-human entities, your brain is reprogramming itself to crave just that. It's not empowerment, it's neuroplasticity at its darkest. Scientists, psychologists, and the general public often state that men are visual and women are emotional. When it comes to sex, men can be turned on instantly by a sexual image despite their mood, and women need to be turned on emotionally to get in the mood. So it stands to reason that porn for men is visual and porn for women is in the mind. I'm not equating porn to smut novels.
I have heard of this before. I think they say this is because, like, women can, like, attach emotion to, like, they can use, like, both sides of their brain, some shit like that, right? Or, like, the way that their brain is compartmentalized or some shit, right? Psychologist SIGs.
Because one is a video of two people actually having real sex, and the other is, well, just words.
Yeah, if the roles were reversed, they would be arrested. Yes, they would be public enemy number one, for real.
On paper. I am, however, talking about the effect on the consumer. We know watching porn is bad for the brain. That's been proven and only rejected by gooners who don't want to give it up. But is
Guilty.
reading smut bad? You might say, duh, that's the whole point. Okay,
Yeah.
fair enough. So let me rephrase. Is reading smut harmful? Should we shame people for things that are wrong, immoral, or harmful? In my line of work...
I mean, not in these day and age, right? You can't shame anyone, right? No, right? Everybody has to be themselves, right?
I've been told many times that shame has no place in sex. But if I use my brain for 2 seconds, it's clear that line of thinking is nonsense. Incest should be shamed, bestiality should be shamed.
That
pedophilia
is
should
true.
be shamed. I'm not equating monsters.
That is very true.
But there are 50 shades of gray, so to speak, along the spectrum of harmful. Conditioning your brain and body to associate pleasure with monsters, slavery.
the deceiver says, I plead guilty. Yeah. How are you supposed to have emotion towards Evan and Demon? I mean, I don't know. I guess, like, with those books, that's, like, a part of it, right? They have, like, that weak-ass writing. Because I'm not going to lie, she read a good portion of the book, and the writing, even, like, the shit just seemed corny, you know? So I guess that's what it is, right? I mean, she showed women that were reading the shit, and they had highlighted certain, like, paragraphs, and they were like, yes, I had to highlight this. This is, yes. Like, they loved it.
Or sexual violence is not healthy. Basically, they're cooked. Like, women are cooked. They are frying their brains with this stuff. It's a pipeline, right? It's like the infamous evil alt-right pipeline. You know, you start watching...
Oh, yeah, we been knew this, though.
Shoe on Head, owning the feminists in 2015, and then in 2025, you're hailing Hitler, right? You know, the alt-right pipeline.
Oh, no.
And this one's like, you're reading Morning Glory Milking Farm, and the next thing you know, you're Mrs. Hands, right? Just say no. Just say no to monster porn. But why is monster smut so popular with women in particular? Like, you rarely see the opposite, and when you do, it's just like a girl with cat ears and fangs, or like a 10-foot tall dommy mommy vampire with giant...
That is true. And have you guys seen the mods for this, right? I mean, the mods. But that is a good point.
Meanwhile, women are like, I want to f the pollution monster from Fern Gully. So people on Reddit asked this very question. Let's see the responses.
Well, that's where all the smart people are, at Reddit.
Why do you guys like monster romances? Asking for a friend. Several reasons. 1, human men are quite often terrible. Romance books with human men are already partly fantasy, but monsters just takes the fantasy bit further. 2, it's sort of human nature to imagine relationships with paranormal beings and creatures. We've been doing it in
I'm pushing X to doubt. I don't think that's human nature.
literature and art for centuries. It's just gotten a lot more graphic now, lol. 3, unique body forms / parts and so many different kinds of dicks. Scary, mean, terrifying creature is...
Eldrick says almost everything should be same because the normal had become the minority. You know, great point. I couldn't have said it any better. You're right. by those standards, right? All I'm saying is I definitely do see the angle, and I've been, talking about this the whole entire video. I definitely do know that if these were guys making these types of content about like a gooning book or whatever, we would shame them off the internet, right? We'd make fun of them. We'd call them incels and whatnot. I mean, yeah, but monsters are better. Yeah, because men are just bad. That's what it's always going to be. Men are just bad, right? Monsters are better. Yes, 1,000%. Men bad, right? I think that's the one thing that you probably hear more than Ekbach bad, right? Men bad. Tagged you on Discord. Hassan's uncle is on this shit too. Oh, yeah. I've seen that.
Sweet to her, kind, takes care of her, protects her, works hard to be gentle, etc. Maximal escapism, minimal association to real-life assholes, the patriarchy, misogyny, and oppression of women, etc., etc. Because the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men. As a fat woman of color.
Wow, the monsters are less dangerous than dating actual men. I mean, I don't know if we're looking at this like hypothetically, but it's like, of course, reading a fucking book and fantasizing is always going to be more safe.
Modern, contemporary, and even fantasy romances are hard to click to because they are almost always about thin white women and just too realistic.
Oh.
And romance.
Okay, so here goes the Eurocentric body standards. Okay.
In real life is not.
Yeah, the patriarchy, of course. That's why they read monster. And it's like, okay, so now we're really starting to get into a specific demographic, a specific type of certain people, right? That we kind of know about already.
Always attainable for fat women / women of.
I think these are the people who be making our games, to be honest with you.
Color. In monster alien romance, though, my size doesn't matter, and it's easier to get into that headspace and enjoy it.
Oh yeah, nice little safe, cozy place where your size doesn't matter, yes.
Sick of the men on Earth and looking for some variety. Non-humans haven't betrayed and hurt me, so they feel like a safe haven, if that makes sense. Plus the unusual dick.
You guys notice how like everything is not their fault? Everything is like some guy that they met was terrible. You guys notice that? Like it's like a reoccurring theme. Like it's none of their fault.
Monsters have big, fun-shaped cocks. I love some bizarre peen. Unique genitalia.
Wow.
I don't know what I was expecting, honestly.
Yeah, the Karen game devs. Yes, I think we're understanding where they've gotten these devs from.
A lot of
yeah, no accountability, not an ounce. You seen how FaZe guys tested to see if you can feel a shock through the same collar without the prongs? It still shocked them. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I haven't checked out the more Pegasus of today, so that might be the next watch for real. If you guys want to see that more Pegasus.
Smut, especially monster smut, is about submission.
Because I am a little bit behind on the update with Hassan,
Domination, forced breeding, non-consensual consent. The women are like conquered and taken and overpowered by these monsters, and I think
yeah, this shit does explain Dragon Age 1,000%.
Many of these women are reading these books containing monsters and not men because masculinity and dominance in men has been completely demonized in modern society. But the truth is, many women still crave it. You see, the monsters in these stories have those like dominant masculine traits that women like so much, but they're not human men. They have all these traits women desire without the problematic baggage human men bring. Without being the men.
Okay, so that's a yes for the more Pegasus. Okay, we'll check it out. Definitely. If it's fire, I trust you guys, right? We'll see what it's hitting on.
They hate or have been told to hate. It is the perfect guilt-free slop. But they don't just want a wild dominant man. They want to tame a wild dominant man. Similar to when a man sees an art hoe with a nose ring, you can save her from her daddy issues. You can do it. It definitely won't backfire and ruin your life. Go for it. Go talk to her. With many women, there's this desire
on some like Beauty and the Beast type shit.
For like danger and aggression, but also the desire to tame that danger and aggression.
Yeah, being the only woman who can tame that guy, right? He's an asshole to everyone else, right? He's a monster to everyone else, but with me, I get to see his softer side, right?
The desire to be that special woman who can melt his heart. You see, my dragon boyfriend could rip me to shreds and kill me instantly, but he won't because he's nice and he loves me. But honestly, at the end of the day, just like the video I made about the anime girl in a wheelchair where men were saying, this is the average male fantasy, and a bunch of women were like, you want to rape a disabled girl? When in reality, it was just a distilled manifestation of the average male fantasy, which is to protect and provide for a sweet woman and save her. This is like basically the flip of that, right? This is just the distilled manifestation of the female fantasy. Men are seeing this and they're saying, what do you mean you want to milk a minotaur? When in reality, it's just to have a big, strong protector and provider swoop you up and save you. And like I said in that video, they're basically both the same fantasy.
Yeah, AI is definitely a big player in this. Trust me, I know it already has. Like I said, I've played you know, some of the one-handed games. You dig?
This is a tale as old as time, the princess being saved from the dragon by a knight in shining armor, whether the dragon be a wheelchair or student loans, you know? But in this case, the woman is being f***ed by the dragon, and the knight sits in the corner and watches or something, I don't know.
Damn.
Maybe it's not that deep. There are some hungers better starved than fed. And maybe as women, for the sake of society, we have to starve our hunger for minotaur p***ness. Yeah, that's the,
Conclusion.
That's the moral of this video.
Yeah, a pretty good video.
So what do you guys think? What is your theory? Why is the monster romance genre
Oh damn! Now she's got the cow suit on. Wait a minute.
so popular with women in particular? And who is your weirdest hear me out? Be honest. I don't want to hear no Lola Bunny, okay? You all know mine already. It's not that he's a fish, okay? He has an energy, okay? He has a vibe.
What the fuck?
You know what? Never mind. And
Yeah,
I will
this
see you
has
guys
gotten
again
really weird.
really soon with a new video.
Insane. Okay, so that was the shoe on head experience. Okay, that was definitely an odd video. Okay, so now we're gonna see what's happening with this more Pegasus. Yeah, she is cute, definitely, right? Let me see what's going on with this more Pegasus. You dig? Okay, they just fucked up really bad. Damn. What a good series this is. Oh, and Pokemon's in it. Oh, if you're broke, then just say that. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. All right, I'm looking forward to this shit. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. This coffee got me having to piss. Right, I'm gonna take a piss. I'm gonna be back in like a minute though. Right, real quick. Right, I don't even have to wash my hands because I got a clean dick. You dig?
A nigga like me, man, I love the game. I love the hustle, man. Be feeling like one of the ball playing niggas, you know, like Bird, Magic or something. Yeah, you know a nigga got dough. A nigga could leave the league. But if I leave, the fans still gonna love me, man? I love the hustle. I love the hustle.
Careful, Sigs, your business is in the other room. Nah, she's literally like 3-4 feet away from me, right? I talk like this around her. She know what time it is, right? But let's see what's going on with this. This should be good.
Welcome back to a series so charged. Even Raichu subscribed.
Damn.
In today's video, Hassan is now changing his story again, saying he was actually reaching for a dog gate button. The internet has found a clip of Hassan admitting he ties his dog to the bed to force her to stay there for hours and hours. A clip of Kaya attempting to drink water has surfaced.
It's like, I'm not even trying to be like hyperbolic. The worst thing about this is like you can tell that like the dog is like conflicted on like, should I do this? Should I not do this? It's sad to see.
And Hassan is pissed. Internet detectives have found out what is on Hassan's table, and spoilers, it was the remote for the shock collar, as we thought all along.
I actually seen this clip. Somebody sent this in the Discord. Yeah, I'd rather die real than be fake. Yeah, for real.
Been been caught red-handed.
And then he looks up at the camera.
Gold has responded, Queen of Simps Pokimane is in massive drama after commenting on the Hassan dog situation. NPC streamer Valkyrie has responded to the backlash and backstabbed Asmongold for helping her. Subscribe to join the most epic series ever created.
Yeah, the dog is definitely scared. I mean, you can just see it.
100% guaranteed.
Let's up those numbers!
Quick recap, it starts with his son apparently toasting his dog.
Kaya, please just fucking go, just stop.
Then the cover-up
and you can so clearly see it. He says, Kaya, just please fucking see, reaches over and shocks the dog, right? And it's just like, what people are saying is, if this is how he acts on stream, imagine how he is off stream, right? And I think that's a fair assessment.
He starts by claiming her dew claw got stuck. Then he claims he reached for a Zin and not a remote.
What were you reaching for in the clip? What do you think? That's wrong my fucking Zin tip.
A Zin. Boy, the device to power the shock collar, that's what you were fucking reaching for. I just sent that clip. I was talking about it in the reaction. Yeah, I mean, this shit is insane.
Then he puts a tape on the collar, claims it's only for vibration. Then he says that shock collars are actually good, and he owns one, but he only uses it on himself. Then he gets caught in about 10 other clips doing the exact same thing. Then the Hassan Defense Squad comes in to save his PR,
and these goofy ass motherfuckers. I mean, just look at them, right? And yikes, there goes Frogan. I mean, holy shit.
Completely fails. And that brings us to today. He's now changing his story for the 500th time. Hassan claims the reaching you see in clips is most likely him pushing a dog gate button on his desk, causing Kaya to perk up.
Guys that don't even know Kaya's name, coming in here saying you'll be I know. Can we just move on, please? Because like
no.
Because the memes were funny in the first couple of days, but now the only people that still are like actively.
I mean, maybe if you own up to it, people will move on in a couple months or something. But I wouldn't be surprised if people hold on to this forever, right? I mean, I think this is going to be something that's like added to like what people bring up when they're discussing you.
Pushing it are people who are genuinely mentally ill in the way that like anytime my fucking arm moves around or like I unlock the gate or some shit, like I do have a button on my desk for the gate, right? And I unlock the gate, and obviously if you have a dog, you know this already, when they hear that the gate is unlocked, they perk up. They're like, oh my God, he shocked her again. They are...
Yeah, definitely not getting shocked. It's just perking up. I mean, dog, you are so full of shit. You are such a terrible liar. I think that's like the most entertaining thing about you is how terrible you are at lying.
Weird stuff.
Yeah, request to move on denied. Yeah, exactly. This is not going anywhere. If this was any of his ops, he would never let them live that shit down. Yes, he would give them a new nickname. Yes. 1,000%.
That are demonstrating their mental illness.
Right. So now it's a dog gate, guys. It's crazy that Hassan seems to have an item on his desk that metaphysically changes or something depending on the day, right? I mean, the excuses keep flowing. I just love how when you open the quote-unquote gate, the dog happens to yelp and cry, apparently as if it just got hurt, right? If it was actually a gate, why would it crawl back to the spot you have designated instead of, you know, getting ready to go out because you opened a gate apparently? I mean, it's honestly impressive the amount of lies this guy has tried, and he finds out the next day that it doesn't work, so he changes the story again and again and again. Now, he also said, can we just move on, please? No, dude, you are a piece of shit. You deserve to lose your career. We are not going to let up. Kaya deserves a better owner who doesn't fucking thunderbolt.
And the funny thing is, like, this isn't even the worst thing that you fucking done. I mean, where do we even start? Like, you're fucking unhinged. You know what I mean? Like, this isn't even the worst thing you've done.
Now, he also called us weirdo stalkers for exposing his literal lies. I mean, nobody would have to do this investigation if you were just upfront and honest. Like, Hassan is the type of guy to call detectives stalkers after they investigate a crime scene. Like, you have to do that, bro, because you're not being honest. We have to get to the bottom of this. Can we just move on, please? And we got the Clash Royale lightning spell. Unlock the gates of Olympus to rain lightning on his dog. Okay, now I believe him, guys. Yeah. If it's those gates, he's probably telling the truth. Moving on to Hassan admitting he ties his dog to the bed to force her to stay there for hours and hours hours.
And also,
no way he's about to admit this.
One of the parts of this training is also supposed to put her, like, we're using the elevated bed, as you guys can see. And one of the things with the elevated bed is that she has a leash on right now on the elevated bed, so she can't like really get off of it. So she now knows to sit in place for hours and hours on end.
Bro, hours and hours on end? Lock this guy up ASAP. What the heck is this?
Yeah, that is terrible.
Chain the dog to the bed like she's a prisoner. This is diabolical, bro. He's a real life.
Yeah, extremely performative. But, you know, that's the name of the game for these guys. And it's like, I mean, this is sad, right? Like, especially like when you put all of it into context, like the fact that he has like a huge house, he could probably just pay to have someone just only dog sit, you know, but he wants to have the dog like it's a fucking prop in the background. So he's literally like training it to always stay in the camera. Like it's just, it's terrible for real.
Super villain. I actually can't believe it. This is like a straight up admission. The amount of horrible shit we've actually seen now is just undeniable, and it just keeps getting worse. People keep finding more and more evidence. Lift the blockade and we got Israel-Palestine. Now here we have a clip of Kaya attempting to muster up the courage to actually drink water, desperately looking at Hassan repeatedly, asking if it's okay to just take a sip, and Hassan is just pissed off.
Why don't you just say the truth that Macron's wife is a pedophile? Because if you were to say that,
I mean, just listen to this conversation. Insane.
Nobody could actually attack you. Because she actually is a pet.
And this is what I mean. Like, you can see it. Like, I'm no dog whisperer, but like, you can tell this dog is like, do I go for it? Do I try to do it? Do I go for it? It's so sad to see.
But instead of doing that, you had to go the extra step and make up some insane shit. You know? No exit wound is a biggie, though. Yes, there are inconsistent things with the Charlie Kirk assassination. There always will be. There always will be, like, people poking holes in the official narrative and the official...
How people can listen to this brain rot is insane to me.
Narrative is murky, and I don't...
Yeah, some people shouldn't own dogs. I mean, animals in general, just period.
Discount that at all. It's just that if we're going to...
And this is so sad. Like, look at this shit. Yeah, it's clear as day. Like, so clear. Exactly. And he's just literally notating this shit.
Scrutinize the official narrative. We also need to scrutinize the counter-narratives.
New information that maybe the public previously had not acknowledged or knew about, but a lot of the counter-narratives are just like...
I mean, the dog looks upset. The dog does not look happy.
Crazy. Like, oh, there's actually a separate hole in the ground, and like, it was a Jewish tunnel that, you know, someone popped out of, or... It's too far-fetched for it to be potentially real. The person who was a politics and drama YouTuber who works celebrity news and true crime is primarily transphobic and anti-Semitic narrative. She also denies the process...
You're a part of at all. It's also a ridiculous statement to begin with, because, like, you know... The Bolsheviks are goated, obviously, and you know what Christians were doing, what white Christians were doing to black women at the same time frame was not great, to say the least. Down.
Okay, not gonna show
down.
The whole thing because it's a super long clip, but man, that poor dog literally has to beg and plead for a sip of water while Hassan just ignores her, shows zero attention, and the only attention she actually...
Well, he's talking and attacking real world problems, you know what I mean? Like, you got to get the message out there.
He gets is getting electrocuted, bro. This is legitimately getting out of hand. The sheer amount of evidence of just constant...
Yeah, no water for you. Yeah, that's what it seems like.
...treatment, and the way the dog reacts is...
Well, you know what he says? She's real spoiled from, you know, being watched from his mom, right?
Just so sad, man. Like, this man is evil. You cannot convince me otherwise. The dog is so terrified of stepping off the cot to drink water, it's willing to dehydrate itself so Hassan can have his fluffy prop. I just don't understand why he doesn't buy a stuffed animal, dude. Here we have a clip of him doing it in front of another streamer friend. This is the guy who accidentally showed Hassan's prong collar for his other dog, right? And he's also a terminal Hassan Glazer. They have like a podcast together.
My niece said they all say gay now and the R word. I'm shook. Wait, what do you mean? That's never stopped. That was the case when we were young too. Hey, out. Place. Kaya, place.
Place.
Go. No.
Place. Yeah, get in your place.
Enough of this
as a prop.
Wow, guys.
Yeah, right in the view of the stream. Like this is sad to see.
You see, he opened the gate again. You know when he reached over with his hand, he was obviously
literally just get like a hamster. You know what I mean? Like just get I don't know. Like there's so many other pets that you can get like, and that's what I mean. Like dogs require a lot of care. You know, it's sad.
Opening the gate. Stop being a schizo. Brother, who is believing this? You are quite clearly pressing a button. It's very obvious. Stop gaslighting everyone. And this man really said, stop the madness. Absolute.
Yeah, even his supporters aren't denying he shocked the dog. Yeah, they're just trying to deflect and say, oh, we should our priorities aren't straight. We need to be focusing on more important things, right? Like, no, people are focusing on his ass, and that's what he gets. Right. And like I said, this isn't even the worst thing that he's done. Right.
Madness, guys. My dog is moving 10 centimeters. The madness. The world has gone into chaos. It's practically doomsday. How do I deal with this, guys? I'm going to quit streaming. I can't handle this. My dog won't let me stream, guys. She wants to move. This living creature wants to move. Absolute maniac, dude. And the fact that his scumbag friends actually cover for him is pathetic. Bro keeps reaching for the same area of his desk. Kaya is being tortured on a daily basis. Free Kaya. The people around Kaya don't know she's being mistreated. Talking point is now out. Austin being around his son while he's potentially shocking his dog means he's either blind or complicit. Oh no, all these people, they know for sure. I mean, they've seen the evidence. They're not like, okay, they're a bit stupid, but they know the reality of the situation. They choose.
Yeah, I'm trying to, I guarantee you they're probably going to run defense, right? Hopefully he puts that in the video, right? I already know that he is, right? He's usually pretty thorough with this shit.
To ignore it because they want to support his politics or this in some way compensated for it, right? Maybe they have a podcast together. Maybe they get a portion of his stream viewers. They're Hassan orbiters. They share a portion of the audience. So they're just incentivized to ignore it. So whenever these people give any sort of explanation, you got to realize that they're bullshitting, all right? They're completely biased and you can't take them seriously at all. Moving on to the internet finally finding out what is on Hassan's table. And what do you know? We were not schizo. We were right all along. It was the fucking remote, dude. Best friend Kick did some investigative work and found a sus-looking controller type device on Hassan's desk from a Christmas time stream.
Damn.
Why shot?
And that's one thing about the internet. The internet will find out about your ass, right? Like, why even try to lie, especially when you're under a microscope like this? He's cooked. And I bet you the more and more evidence is just going to keep on piling up, and he's just going to keep on deflecting. It's done. Yeah, caught by himself. Yeah, I mean, you stream every single day.
Boom.
Yes, again.
Hi, Jack.
Moves it out of the frame. Yeah, he's fucked.
No. Think about going outside.
Wow.
Yeah, then he looks up at the camera.
Wow, what could that be? Could it possibly be the remote for the shock collar?
Yeah.
Interesting, Hassan. But
yeah.
no, we're all...
Yeah, but we was being schizo. It's like, yeah, the gaslighting. It's like everybody sees this for what it is. Just own up to it, right? Just own up to it. I just don't get it, right? Your crazy fans will probably still support you. Oddly enough, like I said, you've done way worse stuff than this, in my opinion, right? I do think this is some terrible, scummy shit, but like, let's just be real. Like, you've definitely done worse shit than this, right? This should just be a little slap on the wrist.
Stalkers and schizo. We're making up conspiracy theories. You guys are crazy. The gaslighting has failed. The Hassan Defense Squad has been completely exposed as liars and freaks. By the way, it is a 1-to-1 match with the collar and the remote. Turns out we were right this entire time. And dude, I'm so glad.
His fans probably promoted, to be honest. Yeah, if it will help protect him, yes, they'll promote anything. That's what we're learning.
So glad we're actually vindicated because I mean, we already knew from the shock collar, right, where you put tape over it. We already knew the model and everything. Now we have the remote too.
I mean, for me, you know, again, like for me, what made it pretty obvious for me was the fact that he reached under, he touched something, right? We all know it was the zapper or whatever the hell. He touches the zapper. The dog literally yelps. And he doesn't check on it or anything. Like, he already knows what it is. No need to further inspect and see what's going on. That tells me everything that you need to know, right? Just looking at that engagement. And that's why this grew legs the way that it did, right? And I'm glad that people were able to solve this this very, very easily, right? But it wasn't hard, not at all, right? When you're doing it while you're live streaming in front of everybody to see.
Bro, give it up. Just give it up, bro. How much are you gonna lie? And let me tell you what is going to happen. They are still going to deny it, okay? It is, literally proven without a shadow of a doubt, and they will still defend him, okay? I guarantee you. This is a cult. I hope this situation really opens the eyes of everybody as to how much of a pathological liar Hassan and his friends actually are. It is absolutely disgusting what they've tried to do here and completely brainwash, rewrite the story, and make people forget their own eyes and ears. You got caught red-handed. Stop torturing your dog, you piece of shit. So Asmongold responded,
Yes, again. Hi, Cap.
No. Put the Y shot. Boom.
Yeah, he's cooked.
Hi, Cap. This is the remote for the vibrating gate, I swear. Why does he move this one specific thing out of the frame? It's clearly the ET300 remote that he is literally holding up on his stream. He's hiding it in plain sight. Oh God. This is the one people thought it was. And it's in the exact same spot that it always is in those clips. Educator ET3000 Mini. Compare this to the back of the remotes. Oh, man. Lion Ted. Bro, what? So this is...
Yo, Thing, I can't believe I agreed with Asmongold. I mean, for some scummy shit like this, I mean, this is just blatantly obvious.
This is 100% unequivocally proven now. If I had to bet on it, I'd bet that this is what happened. Why doesn't he just say he uses it? He never admits.
Yeah, I think it's a safe bet. I mean, I already knew that he did it, right? Just from off of what I've seen from the clip. But I mean, this is without a shadow of doubt at this point.
He's wrong even about like anything really small.
Mr. President, a second shock has hit the dog. Bro hates fascism and abuse of power until he's the one in power. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Oh, the camera's on. The camera's been on the whole time, huh? His response will be, F it, I'ma say it, dude. Americaya deserved 8,300.
Damn.
Shout out to the dude who combed through hours of hell to find this clip. Honestly, the internet detectives have been instrumental in this. And, I've combed through hours of Hassan's stream, so I know how it is. I know the feeling. It is absolutely torturous, but we do it for the people. We gotta do it for the people, all right? It's a public service. Send this to the gulag. Moving on to Pokimane. She has commented on the Hassan dog situation. So it all started here. Pokimane and Lily Pichu announced that they have canceled their scheduled podcast episode with Hassan.
Yeah, and that is true. Eldrick says the left and the right both agree animal abuse is wrong, 1,000%.
Podcast called Sweet and Sour. Small update. Hey, Taste Buds, this is a tough one to write, but we wanted to give you a heads up that we're unfortunately going to be missing our first scheduled Saturday video tomorrow. We've been watching the recent drama unfold concerning our guest, and it's been getting intense. We had a serious talk as a crew, and we all agreed that it did not feel right uploading tomorrow's episode at this moment in time. Our community is our favorite thing, and the reason we do this is to create a space that is comfy as always and a true escape. We do not want to...
Hello? I like money.
I mean, we all know what it is. Like, come on, just say it for what it is.
Impact the cozy atmosphere we've all built together. Thanks for all
your echo chamber.
Always supporting our vision for a fun, positive place to hang out. See you all next week, Sweet and Sour staff. Okay, actually W decision, right? Canceling the podcast episode with his son because it's bad PR and he's a piece of shit and everybody should stay away from this guy. W decision. Turns out, apparently Pokimane didn't like it. So Pokimane responded, this episode was supposed to air as usual, but staff refused to upload it out of fear. It caused drama and also posted a statement without my approval. Sorry guys, we'll talk about everything on this week's episode and go on a hiatus afterwards to restructure, which means fire her employees for doing this. Now people are cooking her. Throwing your staff under the bus instead of disavowing animal mistreatment is definitely something I'd expect from you.
Damn.
Have you tried using shock colors on your crew? Imagine firing your staff because they don't like puppy T-word.
Oh,
is it really
shit.
so hard to condemn animal mistreatment? There have been 5+ clips of him hurting multiple dogs, including pulling...
Well, the thing is, these people never take accountability, right? And that's just what it is, right? There's nothing... There's no deeper answer, right? That's it. That's just all that it is. These people will never take accountability.
Him by the tail. Insane to see you virtue signaling others, but giving him such a pass.
Well, that's what they love to do. They love to virtue signal, I swear.
Main character syndrome. How can I make this about me? The classic. Blink twice if Hassan has a shock collar on you right now. Who is the staff? I'd like to personally thank them. Honestly, they made an absolute great decision, and Pokimane decided to fire them for it. Absolute piece of shit. She's now directed all the Hassan rabbit haters towards her staff as well.
Yeah, you're fired. Yeah, fired.
Only trying to protect her and her brand and the community, right? They have this cozy, warm community or whatever, and Hassan was about to ruin it, and they were literally doing a good thing, trying to protect you, but no, too much for Miss Queen Pokimane, who needs to side with the terrorist Glazer. Hiatus to restructure. Bro tased his dog repeatedly. You don't need to go on some spiritual awakening journey. No, restructuring in a company basically means she's going to lay off all the people who decided to do this, right? And it's extremely messed up. Like, they're only trying to protect you. So anyways, Asmongold responded.
Basically, they didn't want to have Hassan on the show because of the dog thing, right? I mean, you know it, I know it, everybody knows it. It gets better, okay? You think, okay, all right, yeah, that makes sense, right? So Pokimane comes out and tweets and go on hiatus afterwards to restructure. Now, let me go ahead. You guys like translation? Okay, so what does this mean? That's it. That's what it means. You know it. I know it.
Yeah.
Everybody knows it. I really feel bad for the staff. The reason why I say that is because I think that she should understand, while she has a big fan base and they're going to defend her, a lot of her staff don't have that. The staff are now getting attacked on social media to throw the staff under the bus and to say that, oh, well, they did this without our consent. Now the Hassan fan base will dislike them. They're also going to get hate because they were associated with Pokimane now, who is, you know, like, okay with doing it. So you're effectively having everybody attack you now.
Dude, these streamers...
And I didn't even look at it from that angle. That is true.
...are such pathetic freaking losers. Oh my god. Absolutely spineless. Even Jillywig would be impressed, honestly. So your staff makes like a good decision, and you decided to absolutely backstab them, direct all the hate towards them, and honestly, I'm not even sure I believe her, right? Because you're clearly backtracking here, because I feel like there's no way they just randomly posted this without asking you. I mean, surely...
I agree, for sure. I definitely think that theory has some weight behind it.
They run it by you or something. I mean...
Yeah, like, you would think that they would run it by her before just pretty much changing her schedule, essentially. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm pushing X to doubt, but who knows?
Never really know the truth, since she's the boss and she sort of controls everything that's actually going out there. She could have made, you know, tested the waters doing this and then got backlash and decided to reverse this. That would definitely be...
Bingo. That's exactly what I think she's doing. 1000%.
A Pokimane move. She is the queen of all snakes, obviously. But
yes, never take accountability. Never.
I'm honestly so disgusted at all of these streamers running defense for Hassan, man. Like, directly or indirectly, whether it be Valkyrie, Ludwig, Pokimane, or whatever. This isn't a controversial political issue. This is a man cooking his dog live on stream and
yeah, but these weirdos, they make everything political. Like, that's just what they do. And I'm not gonna lie, like, it's so annoying. Like, it just gets old, man. Especially when they're the ones that virtue signal, but this is the shit that they'll get behind and defend, run defense for.
Hordes and hordes of evidence. We even found his fucking remote, dude. We found the exact model of the shock color and everything. We found the tape. Like, what more do you need? Apparently, even mistreating dogs, the most, like, beloved creature here, is not enough to turn people away from Hassan.
Yeah, a man's best friend. Yeah, old and lame. Yes, they are very old as well, too, right? Very old.
I don't know what kind of death grip. Does he have dirt, like secret dirt on all of these streamers? Like secret blackmail or something? Because I'm genuinely so confused. I don't want to believe that they're rotten to the core. Something is making them act this way, but I just can't figure
That's exactly what it is.
it out. Then
they actually think that they're right too, by the way, right? I guarantee you that they think that they're in the right. They think that, you know, they have morals and, you know, empathy and whatnot. I guarantee you they think they're on the moral high ground.
Husband talks about how you should be taking care of your staff and not throwing them under the bus.
is that like whenever you have people that are working for you in a way, and I don't mean this in a degrading way, but like they're your flock in a way, right? Like you're the shepherd. You have to lead them in the right position. You have to take care of them. You have to help them, and you have to do your best to do what is in their best interest and to help them and to do what the right thing is for them. Because in the same way that they serve you, they have put their faith in you for you to also serve them.
That is true.
So whenever I see somebody throw an employee,
Pokimane, Hassan, Ludwig, all of them fucking disgust me. Yeah, they're terrible. They're just terrible people.
Under the bus. Like there have been issues. I will tell you this, okay? There have been a number of issues where people have had problems, and I have been of the opinion that the other person was wrong and not me. I'm not going to make it any more specific than that because I don't want anybody to even begin to start guessing. But it's happened. It's happened multiple times. It's happened many times. And you don't know a single one of them. And you never will. I've taken the blame because at the end of the day,
it's your fault.
The fact is that
it happened under you.
You are the leader. And as the leader, you have to take accountability. But to throw the staff under the bus and say
they all are dog shit, but now cancel culture is cool. Hey, and that's, that's a funny angle, a way to look at it, because in a way, this is what they ushered in my opinion, right? A lot of these people, they were in support of cancel culture. So I feel like if everyone has to walk that tightrope, especially like in the more prominent streamer realm, right? If these are the people that want to throw accusations and shame others, right? Now in times like this, I don't think it's unfair, right? I think it's all in good faith for them to be held to that same type of scrutiny,
that, oh, well, they did this without our consent and they didn't do this. I think this basically makes them, it effectively makes them homeless.
Yeah.
Because, and I don't...
Exactly. I agree with the Seaver. They do that. So give and take. Yeah, I mean, this is what they wish for. And don't get me wrong. I think the internet's fucking cooked. I hate it. I talk to you guys all the time, right? I miss the 360 days. I miss when you can get on the internet and you can just say what the fuck ever. Now there's so many games where you can't even really speak your mind. They got AI listening and they'll get you fucking banned, right? And you'll lose all the money that you invested in your weapons and whatnot. Like, it's just different times, right? Like, it's sad. Like, I am a very strong advocate for freedom of speech, but I mean, let's just be honest, right? We all know the rules. Nobody should play dumb with this shit. If you say certain things, expect to lose your job, right? So, I mean, let's just see people keep that same energy, right? But I wouldn't mind those types of times going away, though. Hopefully they do. Yeah, the internet's swinging. Yeah, those pants, though. Yeah, yeah. I mean, these definitely are a weird look. The thing that's weird about this guy, isn't he like in his mid-30s or whatever? Like he wants to look young so bad. They're reaping what they sowed. Yes. That's exactly what's happening. What goes around comes around. 2013 to 2019, the internet was the good days. Yeah. So that makes us them. We the hypocrites then now is all that I'm saying. Well, listen, you can look at it that way. And to be honest with you, even if that is the case, right? It is what it is, right? An eye for an eye. That's all I'm saying. And put it like this. I'm not the one canceling them. Not once have I ever said they should lose their platform. I don't think anybody in the chat has said that. Everybody's just saying that they're a piece of shit, right? They can keep on making their content, but I don't think it's wrong for them to receive all this criticism and for people to call them sacks of shit, right? And I'm watching this video. I'm not going to lie. I agree. I think that it's lame that they're defending this guy, especially like the cherry on top of all this bullshit is the fact that these are the people that virtue signal the fucking most. These are the people that pretend to be online activists, right? They want they want to, the moral high ground, but this is the shit that they get behind. Like they're getting exposed, right? Yeah, exactly. Like I said, I don't think anybody should be banned off of YouTube. I think that shit's lame. I think if you're making content that people want to see, even if it's scummy, heinous shit, I think people should be able to click and watch you for real. I'm 1,000%. I have a lot of content creators that I enjoy that's gotten banned, and I don't like it.
I mean, the fact that they're inevitably probably going to get fired or at least chewed out by this. But what I do mean is that now they've already positioned themselves against the Hassan fan base. And now the Hassan fan base will dislike them. And they're also going to get hate because they were...
Okay, like it says, problem is they use our principles to gain favor, then tell us what we're allowed to do when they have favor. Like I said, and I mean, I'm looking at it specifically, right? I know I'd be fucking up pronouncing that word. I'm looking at this particular example, and all I'm saying is in this situation, it's very obvious, no matter which side you're on in this equation, who's right and who's wrong. You know what I mean? And I feel like something like this, it's so easy to just say, yeah, that's lame. I don't know why they did that. That's fucked up. It is what it is. Even if it's your friend, what your friend does doesn't mean anything about you. Like, I'm not that type of person, right? If you're a friend of somebody and some shit comes out that they do scummy things, I don't think that automatically means that you do that shit. But I do think, especially if you're in the public eye, that you should make it clear, hey, I do not condone that shit. For real, for real. I mean, those are just the day and ages that we live in, right? I see people do shit like that all the time.
With Pokimane now, who is, okay with doing it. So you're effectively having everybody attack you now, and as an individual that's...
Yeah, for exactly, Max City. Like, we're on the same page. Like, I just really believe in free speech. Even if and trust me, I've seen some crazy shit said that I don't agree with, but at the end of the day, it's just the internet. It's just words. I rather people just turn off their fucking computer or click off. I rather us push that type of society where if you don't like what you fucking see, then click off instead of all this censorship bullshit. I think it's fucking whack. Your friends are supposed to tell you when you fuck up. Exactly. That's how you know whether you have good friends or not.
Just an employee in the space, right? I'm not talking about a creator, but an employee in the space. That is tremendously overwhelming. From her perspective, I think that she's not being empathetic of the type of collateral damage that they're going to be subject to whenever they get attacked for being on a podcast with Hassan, when Hassan is in the middle of a lot of really big drama. So basically for her, it doesn't probably seem like a big deal because, well, it's not happening to her. But for them, I think it's going to be very unpleasant and very stressful.
Yup, absolute facts right there. You need to stand on business as a leader and stop blaming everybody else. These are people on your team that you're supposed to stand by and support, right? And they literally made the best possible decision and you're rebuking them for it. You're punishing them for it. Probably going to fire them. It's disgusting. Yeah. And yeah, the other good point there, obviously your staff is not going to be used to getting a ton of hate, potentially death threats and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're going against Hassan's fan base, that is exactly what you will get on
that definitely comes with the territory.
A daily basis. As I've said multiple times, these are the most unhinged fucking lunatics you will ever come across. Like, legitimately, I don't know a worse fan base than his. It's actually shocking.
That's why I'm surprised he hasn't just came out and just admitted that's what he did. Like, he's done way worse stuff than this.
Like, they will find any single way to ruin your life, right? Slander you, lie about you, anything, right? And just for speaking on his name negatively, even if it's justified criticism. And obviously, these people who are usually behind the scenes and working hard, they won't have the necessary sort of training.
I'm not gonna lie, Back City Entertainment. I definitely, I do enjoy this type of content, right? I like the slop dude, right? Your boy Siggs. I try to be plugged in. I try to be a man of the times, right? The current events.
To deal with
and I'm not gonna lie, Collar Gate. It's a crazy arc of the internet that we're under.
Not yet, right? You need to be on the internet for quite a while before you actually become numb to the idiotic hate comments. And some people never learn, right? You need to learn how to ignore the schizo haters. Like if there's a Hassan fan hating on you, obviously take into account the actual criticism. But if there's a bunch of Hassan fans, you just got to ignore them, obviously, right? So they won't have that experience and they might actually take it to heart. But obviously you can't expect much from these out of touch fucking Hollywood streamers. They have this whole clique and they all suck, man. Every day they prove that they are nothing like the rest of us. Not like us. People responded they all defend each other because they have dirt on each other. It might actually be a Hollywood situation. I can condone terrorism, but I draw the line at animal abuse. Yeah,
exactly.
I will never understand.
That's what I'm saying. Like, dude literally condones terrorism like on the daily. And this is what he won't admit to. Like, it's insane.
And how this is the situation that got so big. I mean, I get it.
Yes, this is the situation. But America, like, that's a dog, a man's best friend. You know what I mean? It's insane.
Love dogs and stuff, but like Come on, this guy was an open terrorist supporter of multiple different orgs. He openly advocates to murder his political opponents, but that wasn't enough, right? It took like a completely non-political drama to actually
hat guy in the building, yeah.
Eviscerate this guy. And even then, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. No one is shocked about this except the dog.
Damn.
Classic. Ludwig the type of guy to hide a zombie bite. Pokemon the type of girl to let the zombies in, then blame those that get infected. Moving on to Pokemon's less annoying friend, who is starting to become more annoying now. Her best friend Valkyrie here. A recap, last time she basically tried to defend Hassan, saying that, oh, I know Kaya and she's treated well, but what about the genocide going on though? Like, completely ridiculous defense.
You think that anyone I surround myself with is like a bad person? Like, use your brain. I just wish that more people would put more energy into hating, like,
Yeah, I think you're a bad person.
trackers.
There we go.
People,
Virtue signal.
just like people that are like,
Yeah, because people can't multitask. People can't, way to straw man. Yeah, because these people, they don't think that's bad. They only think Hassan is bad, right? So disingenuous.
getting raped and people that are getting killed. All these kids
yeah.
that are getting murdered. Like, where is the energy?
Okay, wall them off.
Yeah, way to deflect, right? You know what I mean? We got Eastside Vandal. He's trying the same tactic right now. Way to deflect, way to talk about a whole bunch of other stuff. Way to not discuss the topic matter. That's their playbook.
Where is it?
And now she's getting made fun of on the internet. Asked advice to NMP and Asmongold regarding her current hate threads.
And that's okay. I messaged 2 people about LSF. I messaged Nick Poem and I messaged Asmongold. I asked both of them. I was like, hey, I don't really use Reddit a whole lot, but like, do you think it's a good idea or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh, I understand where you guys are coming from.
Damn, I'm not gonna lie. Isn't that like kind of like an insult when you want some advice on something? Like, you want advice on Reddit and someone hits you up? If you're the designated Reddit guy, I think that's like a kind of a bad look when people are like, oh yeah, you're the Reddit guy. But then again, Asmon does have like a pretty big Reddit, so I can see why she asked him.
So, like, I'm sorry. I should have definitely like spoken about it differently. And both of them reassured me that it's a good idea to not, because I know they're like they're Reddit people. So I was like, they both said, they're both very nice, and they both said, yeah, don't respond. It's not a good idea.
Yeah. 1,000%, Kake. Yeah, I'm not surprised at all. Yes.
Yes. Asmongold and Nick.
They said, look at her chat. Oh, wow. I'm missing out on that. Asmon, really? Reddit will always... Asmon, really? Yeah, they're upset about that shit.
Because I know... Those are like the...
They're all like, Asmon. Why Asmongold? I mean, she told you, right? He's a Reddit specialist, right?
2 people that I know, like...
Asmon is not nice. Love you, but Asmongold, damn. Is she going to have to switch up? She fucked up. Look, it was at this moment she knew she fucked up. Bunch of bad people called out for attention. Yeah. I can't lie, right? Don't get me wrong. Everybody makes videos for clicks and whatnot, right? But I mean, I do think it's warranted, right?
Participate in Reddit stuff a lot, so...
Asmon is like the most hated guy online. Yeah, I do like how upset he gets people. I'm not gonna lie. It is very interesting to witness.
I got some... Or a bad idea if I respond to a post and be like, oh...
Yeah, her voice is mad annoying. I'm not gonna lie. She looks old, too. I haven't seen her, like, in, like, 2 or 3 years. Like, she looks old.
Yeah, but...
Because he's always right. Damn, we got an Asmongold fan, right? Sorry, bro. The pendulum is beginning... is beginning to vandal. The canceling should have started in the first way. Oh, that is true. It is starting to swing. Like I said, honestly, if we can look at this, right? Cancel culture is not nothing new. I definitely don't agree with it, but we live in cancel culture. So, I mean, you got to keep that same energy, right? I do understand that. I wish we could get away from it, right? But then that would mean that, everybody would have to agree on that. And we all know that's not the case.
How many people did you DM, though, about the side currently going on? How many people got DM, though, about what's currently going on over there in Palestine, though?
Oh my God, bro.
What do you guys think about XQC? I'm not gonna lie. I do enjoy XQC. I don't watch his content, but whenever I see his clips, it's always some funny shit.
Oh my God, dude, she needs to stop trying to do this ultimate PR control because it just comes off so disingenuous. So I assume what happened before this is she messaged Hassan and Hassan told her what to say, or he messaged her, right?
Yeah, if you're not upsetting people with your points, then you're doing it all wrong. Exactly. I would, not saying that I intentionally try to upset people, but like, I mean, it must be hell to like walk on a tightrope and constantly like think about what your audience is gonna say and all that shit. Like, I don't see how anybody can stream all day pretending to be something that they're not, right? That sounds fucking miserable. XUC is funny. Been following him since his Deegan gambling streams. Okay, I bet. I feel you on that.
And now she's trying to ask Asmon what to say because he's like the approved person here to deal with the Reddit. Oh my god, dude. Imagine living like this. I mean, yeah, I guess ignore Reddit and stuff, but maybe take some of the criticism, try to understand it. It's dumb to downplay Hassan's clear animal mistreatment here and say that, oh, there's a genocide going on. I mean, I'm surprised.
Yeah, hey, XQC be popping off every now and then. When he was flexing the watch, I'm not gonna lie, him and the Kai Cenat beef is interesting. Like, when he's be flexing his watch and shit, that should be funny as hell.
Even like messaged Asmon, you'd think Hassan would shock collar her for doing that, but it seems like there's some like unique connections that are sometimes been made. But you can see the second Asmon's mentioned, her entire chat goes ew, 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 ew. It's like they're conditioned like dogs to react like that, right? And you'll notice the same thing happens.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, imagine a world like that where you can't even message people. Like, you're a grown ass fucking adult and you can't even message people without your fucking chat going off on you. Like, that sounds like some. I would not. I don't know how you end up under circumstances like that. That's odd as fuck.
With Ludwig's chat, anytime Asmongold,
on some like cult type shit
was brought up or whatever, these communities just cannot think for themselves.
Who is this dude? This is More Pegasus, right? I enjoy More Pegasus for real.
Because they interact with Hassan and they share like some crossover with Hassan, right? So they're conditioned to automatically hate on Asmongold. And it's pathetic. It's honestly pathetic, right? Because in this situation, he was completely in the right. Okay, Future Pegasus here. We got an update. Remember how I said that I'm surprised she actually messaged Asmongold? That was kind of out of left field, considering how Hassan and her community would actually react. Well,
yeah, okay, I can respect that. Max City said this content is way down the rabbit hole. I don't watch none of these people. News to me. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It gets better the more that you understand. The more that you understand like the nuance and shit like that. I started watching Asmongold like a while back, right? So that's how I know. And the main reason I started watching him is because I seen how pissed off he was getting a lot of the devs and whatnot. So that's when I got it interested, right? And that's when, all the brain rot ensued, and I'm not going to lie. I definitely think it's funny. Yeah, him and Sensitive Society are okay. Yeah, I do watch Sensitive Society here and there. I also watch that guy, West Jet. I think that's his name. West Jet is funny as hell.
Seems like she's already backpedaling. Valkyrie apologizes to her community for DMing Asmongold.
At the end of the day, it is my fault for not being aware enough. And I apologize to my community. It was probably so hurtful and so jarring. I'm under a rock, and that's my fault. So I think everyone, including myself, should be more aware of, what's going on in the world.
Yeah, news channels hate Asmon, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I know he's definitely seen as like a political commentary, right? But I was watching him before then, like, the fact that he gets them mad, right? Somebody who just sits in his room and essentially be talking shit, giving his opinion. Like, it just shows how much these people really don't like freedom of speech, right? It's just crazy the insults that they hurl at this guy and shit like that, right? And the fact that she's sitting here apologizing to her chat that she messaged him, insane.
World and what people are saying, I just like, it is my fault at the end of the day.
Yeah, it's your fault. You're a grown-ass woman, and you can't message who you want. It is your fault because you have a cult-like following, right? You've developed a cult, right? Yeah, it's very wild.
It's my fault. It's literally no one's fault but my own. I'm not aware enough, and that's on me. Ray, you're a good role model still at this point.
You're a good role model. See, there we go. There goes the virtue signal. Yeah, the moral high ground. Yes, I'm still a good role model, right? Even though I won't talk shit, even though I won't just step out and denounce somebody goddamn shocking their dog, right, my friend, I'm still a good role model. Yes, because I said Asmongold bad.
I don't think so. I don't think I am.
Cap, X to doubt. Yeah, toxic positivity, yes.
I think I have a good job of recognizing when I do mess up and accepting that. And
oh yeah, virtue signaling to your cult-like following, definitely. 6, it shows how toxic big streamers are, and it's legit wild. Yeah, I mean, we already know that, though.
Being okay with it, but
yeah, audience captured 1,000%.
It's all good. It's all, like, I hear you guys, I see you guys.
And worst of all, she's old, too. I watched his buddy who he started his PC company with back in the day. Okay, that's what's up. That's what's up.
You're right. You're so right. 100,000% my fault for not being aware enough. Because of that, I was able to do like a deep dive. I was able to leave my rock and see
a deep dive and leave her rock. Okay.
And be more aware of it. And, you know, I need to be more aware.
Right. I need to be more aware of what's happening, she says. You mean like Hassan shocking his dog, or him supporting literal terrorists? You're not aware of that? Or him being the worst person in general in 500 different ways? Are you actually kidding me? I mean, guys, I've seen some like pathetic stuff in my time, but this is unbelievable. Dude, for DMing a guy, you're apologizing? That is crazy. Like, talking to someone is getting sort of their perspective.
Damn, the Deceiver says, I watched Asmon play WoW. I feel old. I'm not going to lie. I was not watching him during the WoW days.
On the situation here, right? At least privately or whatever. You're not like publicly promoting him or something. You're not doing a podcast with him.
Yeah, it's crazy how being more aware is not actually hearing another opinion. Yeah, in a way, it's kind of like a cop-out. Pretty much what she's saying is, if she was aware, then she would have made the right decision. So something slipped underneath her radar is what she's essentially trying to say.
Just don't understand this. I mean, honestly, I don't understand how people live like this. Your own community harasses you so much for even attempting to talk to the other side. And, you know, we saw from her chat that
and fucking same for DMing somebody. Crazy.
It's her community and Hassan's community, which probably has some level of crossover there, right? Hassan probably shock collared her too, bruh. Like, he's got the color on Jellywig, on Kaya, on Pokemon, on Valkyrie. Like, he cranked that shit up to the max settings, obviously. But yeah, this is just disappointing to see. I thought that she was at least trying to get other people's perspective, sort of have a conversation, you know, open those sort of gates. But nope, gotta stay in our echo.
Of course not. You know they're not trying to have a conversation, right? They just want to be in their echo chamber and virtue signal, of course.
Chamber, a little bubble, stay closed-minded. Pieces of shit. Tecton responds, Asmongold sticks his neck out for Valkyrie to make sure she's okay and helps her navigate the discourse she's going through, and she stabs him in the back and affirms to her community that he is this evil, unforgivable human that shouldn't even be talked to. Weak, pathetic, spineless. No wonder she has an affinity for Hassan. She's just as spineless as
Jellywig.
I love that everyone is saying Jellywig. Anytime he's mentioned, it's just Jellywig. Everyone has forgotten the name Ludwig, which is amazing. This is a reminder, do not help the weak. They'll be the first to stab you in the back if it means saving their skin. I don't really agree with this, but whatever. More like, do not help people with weak.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I can somewhat see that, but I don't know. Like I said, I don't like to paint with a broad brush, but I mean, I don't know.
Characters, right? Now, a person might be weak in like a sense of, you know, they might not have many resources. You should feel free to help.
Sigs, her chat controls her narrative and she allows it to maintain views. Every big streamer ever. Yeah, exactly. Like I said, this seems like business as usual, right?
Those people, but
what kills me is it's just like, you know, I liked it more when it was just like, you know, even if it was reaction commentary, like, what's up with like this online activist shit? I think that shit is so lame, right? I'm not trying to say like, you know, that shit's not important, but it's like to get on the internet and make it seem like you care so much and you're so involved in the fight and to make it seem like you're so aware. Like, I just think the shit's lame. Like, it's boring. I have no interest in it at all.
People with a weak sort of moral compass, they don't have a strong grasp on their values or what is actually good or right in the world. Yeah, they can possibly stab you in the back. I've said this 1,000 times. Asmongold is a good ass dude, incredibly overhated. Bro's reasonable as friend.
Yeah, Palestine. I mean, give me a break. That's like all they want to talk about. And it's just like, I mean, holy shit.
And his takes aren't even that crazy. I'm just gonna be dead ass.
Yeah, people really out here coddling grown ass people. Yeah, it's crazy to see.
If you got a problem with what that guy says, you're quite literally just pussy. I mean, you can disagree with him. I don't have a problem with people disagreeing with me or Asmongold or Tecton or anybody else, right? We don't expect you to abide by every single one of our opinions.
And Draquan Holmes, this is a good point. That's why I actually fuck with Asmon. He will actually disagree with his chat and not fold, even when he don't agree with it. Yeah, I can respect that. For real, for real. I mean, that's the only way. I feel like that's the only way that it would be bearable, right? I mean, I've seen multiple times where he's gotten into it. Like, I think with like Dragon Age Veilguard, when he rated that shit like a 7 or a 6 and people are trying to say that he was shilling or whatever, he stood down on that shit. He stood 10 toes, right? Like, and you know, people pick up on that type of shit, right? People see that shit, especially when you stream for so many hours of the day. Like, who you are is always going to show eventually, right? No matter how hard you try to hide it.
Or we're going to harass you or something like that. That's what Hassan's community does. And that's exactly what they did to people like Ethan, right? Dude, there's literally people that watch me that disagree.
And the craziest thing about Ethan Klein, I thought he was a real piece of shit too. Like 2 or 3 years ago. I don't know everything about the dude, but literally Hassan is so shitty. He's damn near had like the whole gang of people, right? Ludwig and all them shit. what's his name? iDubbbz. Like, those people are so shitty that Ethan Klein was able to have a redemption arc, right? Like, the internet opinion of this guy has somewhat switched. That's how shitty these people were. Like, people were able to revive their careers off of just calling out the dumb shit that they were doing.
With like 90% of what I say, and they just watch me because of like my SpongeBob memes or like my jokes or whatever, which is, I don't know how you do that. F2 streamers, man, will call it.
The craziest thing is he doesn't even live in America, right? I mean, he's out here farming, like A1 farm, a great farm, honestly.
Has been a piece of shit and support a dog mistreater.
Hey, Six, what program do you use to make your thumbnails with? I use ChatGPT.
Hope the clout's worth it.
Shout out to my boy Web Dave.
Shion Head responds, she needs to set herself free from the mind prison that is the progressive audience capture. It was hurtful. If those fans are hurt by you speaking to someone they don't like, they're inevitably going to leave for another dumb reason. So
yes, yeah, you need to tell them to fuck off.
Tell them to F off and the cool zone will stay. That's exactly what I do. I'm like, if you don't like it, F off, right?
Yeah.
And I don't really care. I'm not trying to grasp onto every single last morsel of person. It's just pathetic, man. They are like desperate for clout, it seems. Valkyrie and Ludwig competing for who should wear the shot color next. Asmund would give you the shirt off his back. Valkyrie, the dude has lost both of his parents, lost his dad last month. He gave you advice and took time in this moment of his life to help you, and now you're on stream apologizing for associating with him. It's, yeah, I mean, I just don't understand how you could ever see
Kage in here sipping. He's saying, I would marry Shiwan Head. I heard she's married and she has a kid.
Hassan as this amazing angel figure and Asmund as this absolute devil. It's you have to truly live with a fucking warp lens through the day-to-day life. This is hilarious. She has no real opinion on anything. Total bot. NPC. And what do you know? Asmund responds extremely graciously. Now, personally, I'd be pretty mad and I'd probably go off on this person, but obviously we got the classic Asmund response.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, there's no point for you to go off or anything. Like, the video speaks for itself, right? Everybody's coming to their own conclusion. Like, her chat is fucking chewing her out because she DM'd him. Right? I mean, everybody sees in fucking 4K what's going on. He doesn't have to say anything, right? Like, it's speaking for itself.
Of being very nice.
So she went out and she said this about me, obviously. Like, she basically apologized for messaging me, right? That's pretty much what it was. And I think that, honestly, the biggest mistake that she made is that she didn't message me twice.
Oh, shit.
I do. Because she should have messaged me and asked if she should have told the community that she messaged me. And if she had done that,
I would have told her. No. Yeah, it's like, I know she should have seen that coming, right? But she wasn't aware of that. To be honest, Six, I saw it at 320 pixels on the phone. Oh, well, you get the saying, right? Everything has transformed. Things that used to mean one thing back then is bad now and days. And I guess that's evolution. Yeah, we're definitely entering, different times, right? Things have definitely changed. You know what I mean? So, I mean, we'll see, right? We're cooked, to be honest with you.
I would have.
Hey, be careful what you say on the internet, right? If you're going to say something on the internet, I guess get an alt account and make sure that it's not linked to anything, right? I guess that's the only advice, right? And if you're going to shock your dog, don't do it while it's on stream, right? I don't think you should shock your dog at all, right? But if you're like a terrible fucking person and you abuse your pet, definitely don't do it while you're live streaming. You know what I mean? I guess we learned that this week, right? Asmongold, the god of rage farming. I know, he be getting people pissed.
I would have. I think this is an own.
I definitely think it's admirable.
Goal for her. It definitely is. And so, like, I don't take this personally. I don't get upset about this. It doesn't bother me. I'm not mad about it, etc. I'm not mad about this. I don't really care. I think that it's funny, if you want me to be honest. I thought that the reason why she mentioned that she talked to me was so she could posture that basically she was willing to look at the other side of the Collargate situation and try to reach across the aisle and effectively try to offer a degree of diplomacy that, it's not like I hate all of these people. It's just that I talk to them because it's not like this evil thing, right? And so I actually thought that this was maybe that was like her strategy with doing it, right? It's like kind of saying like, well, I even talk to people that, might be perceived as being against this, and this is what I said I should do. So this is what I would do, right? So it basically adds veracity to what she was saying. Like, I thought that was the logic behind it. I almost never fault people for acting in their own best interest. This might be, confusing to you, but I almost never.
I mean, that's what you would expect someone to do, right? Usually that's what people do, right? Whether they want to admit it or not.
do. And if you think about it, whenever I see a person doing what they think is best for them, I don't usually get offended by it because I understand why people do that, because people are animals and animals have evolved for millions of years through natural selection with the desire to survive. Right?
Dude,
Amen.
so this guy just tried to help her navigate the situation, handle the Reddit threads.
Yeah, and how to survive her chat, right? Because her chat is ready to rip her to shreds for reaching out to Aspen.
And literally save her PR, right? And immediately she throws him under the bus, says sorry to her community for daring to even message him. I mean, she didn't support him or anything like that.
But to be honest, and I think he's kind of like, highlighting this, so it's good that he's highlighting this, but I think this makes Asmongold look even better. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a W for Asmongold. If he went the fuck off on her, I think that would make him look bad. And then they'd be like, see, this is why you shouldn't have reached out to him. The fact that he's just sitting here laughing and everything, the fact that he's just playing it off, I think it's an easy W. That's what I'm saying. Like, the best W's is when you really don't even have to do anything.
Didn't agree with any of his takes, just DMing him. Like, bro, people DM people all the time to get their perspective on a situation. I could DM Hassan right now, what was the model of the shock collar, right? Just to get more information or something. And notice,
well, it wasn't a shot caller, right?
How there was zero specifics when people like these talk, right? Whenever I say how bad Hassan is, I show you exactly why. I show you the evidence.
But context, right?
Statements, the clips, everything perfectly. Meanwhile, people on their side, they just talk in vague language. Oh, this is a bad person. There's no substance at all. It's like they're just bad guys. They're far right, MAGA, Nazi, grifter, Reddit.
My boy, Mrs. Smiley says, just woke up and fam is still cooking these fools. Love to see it. You already know. Sigs, that coffee strong? It was, I wouldn't necessarily describe it as strong, right? The crazy thing is, it's the original dark roast, right? I'm not gonna lie, it was good. I enjoyed it, right? You know what I mean? I enjoyed it. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
Reddit talking points. They're afraid to get on planes. They don't know anything. It's just makes no sense. And I truly feel.
Oh, you mean you still up? I mean, trust me, I'm about to be able to go to sleep. 4 a.m. is my cutoff time. You know what I mean? So that's why I had to go back live to let you guys know that we ain't going out like that. Not over our internet crashing.
Bad for her. She is chained by her community or Hassan's community. I don't know if he has some dirt on her or whatever, but this is a pitiful existence, and I hope she comes to her senses one day because it's honestly sad to watch.
It's not happening. She's too far gone. Yeah, Reforged Dark Pony Rage Roast. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it was good. It was good, but again, you guys, I just want to apologize. I mean, I don't know what was going on with my internet. But thank you for everybody that showed up again. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a good video for real. I love watching more Pegasus. I watch him every day. That's what I'm saying. Like, I know it is slop too, but it's definitely interesting to watch, right? I appreciate that, John Bonda Zombie, right? But you guys already know what time it is. Shout out to the people that showed up again, that knew what time it was, that knew that we wasn't leaving like that, right? W Part 2 stream. Yeah, we've been here before. You guys know what's up. And again, W community, double the notification gang. The people that knew what time it was, right? Because they be in here since we started doing this. They knew we wasn't going out like that, all right? They tried to, let me put on my tinfoil hat. They tried to snipe your boy Sigs down, right? Because they see my Falcons flying high. Things have been going way too good for Sigs, right? So what they do, they try to take me out. And I'm so glad that the first thing that when I came back, and that's how I know that I have the smartest community on YouTube, the first thing you guys asked was, what's the password, right? What's the password? And I'm not going to repeat the password again, right? But in a way, that was a great way to test the drill, right? Yeah, Lono attacked. And I love the first thing you guys asked me, what's the password? So you know that I was not compromised by AI. You guys are very smart individuals, right? And we have more work to do. Hopefully there'll be some more Cope, some more Sieve tomorrow, right? You guys already know. Yeah, they hating on them dirty birds. Yeah, they don't want to see. They want us to be the butt of the joke. And I'm tired of the 28-3, right? I'm tired, boss. God damn it. God damn it. I'm sick and I'm tired. I'm tired of everybody saying 28-3, 28-3. It shouldn't have happened. I'm sick of it. I've had enough. Right? They hating on them dirty birds 1,000%. Yeah, Shinzo. Okay, yeah. See, and there you guys go. Yeah, keep up the good fight. You guys already know. Like I said, for the best community on YouTube, I do it over and over and over again. And that's my cue to leave. When you guys start putting the forbidden letter that I will not repeat, that is my time to go. But it's been nice, man. Like I said, shout out to everybody that showed up for the part 2 stream. Oh, yeah, Escanor Flex. I see you, dog. Yeah, but anyways, you guys already know what time it is, man. It's been your boy Siggs and Cereal, man. Until next time, peace.